Welcome to the Face Music Podcast. What is up, everybody? My name is Matt, and I'm your host. Welcome to episode number 28. I've got a great show for you today. We got this week's top 10 songs, got a lot to talk about in recent music news, an update to a show announcement made last week, and this week's very special guest, Jordan Caparel of Redefind. You guys ready? Let's do it. Welcome to the Face Music Podcast, everybody. What is up? What's going on? How y'all doing? Hope you had a great week. There's been lots going on. There's a lot of craziness in the world, but whatever it is that's on your mind, let's let it go and let's have some fun, all right? I hope you enjoyed learning about the brand new metal band Summer Grave that we met last week. Dan and Matt, it was a pleasure getting to hang out for a bit. Make sure you go check out Matt's other projects, Patterns of Decay, and hit up Dan and Liquid Studios for any of your recording needs. Make sure you check out the brand new Summer Grave EP, The Mountains Sing for No One, out October 31st this Halloween. Got a really cool show for you guys today. Episode 28 coming in full swing. We got our top 10 coming up in just a minute. Got some wacky shit to talk about in music news. And a sit down with Jordan Caparel, the frontman for South Carolina new metal band Redefind. I featured their music on the show before. I am a fan of what these guys do. They make heavy, fun music with a lot of meaning and a great message. It was a pleasure getting to talk to Jordan, one of the coolest motherfuckers out there. I can't wait to get these dudes up north sometime and have some fun. We talked about a lot of different stuff, from mental health to being a voice for the voiceless, to the beginnings of Redefined, and even a bit about where I learned about these guys, the absolute shit show that was the Blue Ridge Rock Festival. Super cool guy, great discussion. I can't wait for you guys to hear. I've been waiting to get Redefined on the podcast basically since its inception back in February. Now, next week, I have Mark from New York thrash band Electrocutioner on the show, so make sure that you tune in and check that out as well. If you are interested in coming on the show, please hit me up. I'm booked well into October. I'm stretching even closer to November now. Within the next couple weeks, I'll be booked into November, and then before we know it, it'll be December. December is going to be an extremely busy month for me, so I'm going to be taking less interviews due to what I've got planned to close out the year here on my end. So don't wait. If you want to come on, hit me up as soon as possible. I would say within the next couple weeks. It'll be here before you know it. I don't want anybody to miss out if they have something going on this year. Bands, if you have a show coming up or if you have music that you want to promote, tell me about it so I know, so I can shout it out on the show for you. Either hit me up on Instagram at the Face Music Podcast or just email me at theftmpod@gmail.com. For all of my first-time listeners, it is my absolute pleasure to officially welcome you all to the Face of Music family. I hope you like what you hear. Make sure that you go check out all the other great episodes of the Face of Music podcast. You have a lot of catching up to do. I'm glad you're here, though, and when you're listening, it's our time to really just hang out together and forget about all the insanity of life. Forget about all the negativity and all the bullshit in the world. There is no politics here. There is no worry or stress here. I'm here to talk with you about all things hard rock and metal, expose you to some kick ass music, including at least 3 independent artists every single week, and bring you some fun and entertaining discussions from artists that you know and love, like my interviews with Chris Contos and Jason Bittner, to artists that you may not know yet that are on the rise. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. For all of my returning listeners, welcome back, my friends. Thank you for listening week after week, and thank you for joining me once again on another episode of the Face of Music podcast. Much love to you all, and I'm so thankful and so lucky to have your support. As every week, I just want to shout out a few important people who are always helping me out, always getting my name out there, always just sharing whatever I post, really. So big shout outs to Dead Within Days, to Gavel Down, Riff Haven Audio, Moongroove Records, Oceanside, John Gunther, Rob Moon, Mike Mars, and my man Sam from Bleed the Gods and Cross Island Connect for legitimately always sharing shit up every single week. I see you guys. You are incredible. Thank you so much. If you want your name added to that list, all you got to do is just share a post and tag me in it so I see it, and then I will be more than happy to shout you out next week. But if you're listening right now, you're already doing the one thing that I want everybody to do, which is listen to the podcast, right? So I'm sure you're sitting here thinking to yourself, though, man, this podcast is awesome. How can I help it grow? Well, that's so funny that you should ask. Here is 3 quick, easy, and free ways that you can help. Number 1, follow the podcast and listen every week. If you're hearing this, you're already doing it. Keep up the good work. This is the hard part. This is the part that takes up the most time. Number 2, follow the Instagram and Facebook pages. Comment on posts. If there's a poll, throw your 2 cents in there. This may be my podcast, but this is our community. And I like including you guys. I like hearing what you have to say. Your voices matter to me. And finally, number 3, share the page or a post. If you're listening right now, you definitely know somebody else who would also enjoy. So spread the word and tell them what's up. I feature unsigned bands every week from all over the world. You or someone you know could find your new favorite band right here. I only promote the bands that I feel truly bring something to the table, something worth paying attention to, so I promise I won't waste your time. I hope that you found some new bands to listen to because of this podcast. Now, for anybody who may be thinking, is there a way I could support in other ways? Do you have any merch? Again, amazing question, really. I do have shirts and official Face the Music bottle opener keychains for sale. You can grab one at any Face the Music event, or you can hit me up and we'll talk details. Keychains are $3, shirts are $12. If you do happen to be at a Face the Music event, like let's say November 15th at Shakers, there'll also most likely be a new flavor of hot sauce on the table as well, so make sure that you grab a bottle. My friends, if you are ready, I am ready. Let's get into this week's Top 10. If you've been here for a while, you know the drill by now, but if you're new, here's the rundown. You're going to hear all the clips of the top 10 on Spotify episodes, but unfortunately, YouTube won't allow me to upload music as a part of the podcast. So if you are watching on YouTube, I apologize. You will not hear the clips from the songs that I'm about to feature, not until YouTube fixes their bullshit licensing. But you can still listen to the full songs on the Face Music Top 10s playlist over on Spotify. The code will be at the end of the top 10, and it's also in the link that's on my socials. 28 weeks in, over 290 songs, we are close to 20 hours of fantastic hard rock and metal music for you to enjoy. This week, we will be hearing from Sabaton featuring Johnny Hawkins of Nothing More. We'll be hearing from Spirit Box, Dal Ave, Body Web, Waking Terra, Brahminer, Chuzo, Greyhaven, Redefined, and Rise of the North Star. Number 10, kicking us off out of Louisville, Kentucky, we have the band Greyhaven. Formed in 2013, this band has been on a tear since the word go. Their first full-length was released only 1 year after their inception, and since 2014's Cult America, they've released one more full-length entitled This Bright and Beautiful World, and an EP, Stereo Grief. The band began releasing more new music this year, 2 singles, Burn a Miracle and Cemetery Sun, both of which will be on their brand new album, Keep It Quiet, which will be out October 10th of this year. The band is also gearing up to hit the road in support of their new album, with support from Commoner and Fox Lake, who you have definitely heard on our Top 10 before. The tour kicks off right here in New York at the Mercury Lounge on November 12th and wraps up a month later on December 13th in Indianapolis at the Hoosier Dome. Make sure you go check them out. At our number 10 spot this week off of the upcoming release Keep It Quiet, this is Greyhaven with Cemetery Sun. Number 9, out of Montreal, Canada, we have metal punk crossover band Chuzo. This band came recommended to me by my friend Sam from Bleed the Gods and Cross Island Connect. Chuzo has been around for a few years now. They are an extremely energetic band who prides themselves on their live show, saying it's all about the pit and the crowd surfing. The band's first release was a 3-song EP released in 2021 called Land of Anger. They followed up with a few singles before releasing their second EP, Land of Rage, in 2022, and the follow-up to that with their 3-song EP, MTMD, which stands for Maximum Threshold Minimum Decay, released November 15th of 2024. If you're in Canada, make sure that you check these guys and girl out. Our number 9 song comes off of MTMD. This is Chuzo with The Brutalator. Number 8 this week, out of Leeds, United Kingdom, we have new core band Bodyweb. Bodyweb started up a few years ago, and the band carries a sound that goes from nu metal craziness to hardcore to more ambient soundscapes. They are all over the place, but they know their shit. This band just released their newest effort, Dead Wired, back on September 5th, and they are constantly trying to keep their sound fresh, which I think they do a great job of. They make it a point to acknowledge how easy it is for bands to sound sterile in metal music overall, and that's an incredibly valid statement. It's all piss and vinegar until you're out of ideas and you're packing albums full of filler tracks. So kudos to Bodyweb for being so self-aware and avoiding the same fate that so many metal bands end up facing, forgettability. These guys are not to be forgotten. Keep your eyes on them, support them. If they come across the pond to the U.S., let's make sure we show them a proper time, give them a good U.S. greeting, and throw down for them. Coming in at number 8, out of the UK this week, this is Bodyweb off of Dead Wired. This is Shadowboxing. Number 7. Are you guys ready for a heavy metal history lesson? Now that can only mean one of 2 bands. It's either Iron Maiden or Sabaton. This time we're going with Sabaton. the Swedish metal outfit that teaches us all about the wars through history and all the key players in these wars. Well, this time around, in this track specifically, it's all about Julius Caesar crossing the Rubicon with his army, which was an illegal act of insurrection against the Roman Senate and began a civil war which would see Caesar rise to power. Crossing the Rubicon is also a metaphor for going past the point of no return. So, on this track, Sabaton features the soaring vocals of Johnny Hawkins from the band Nothing More. It's a little weird hearing Johnny on this track because it's so completely out of Nothing More style, but he really does complement the track nicely. He adds a really unique element. This track comes off of the band's upcoming release, Legends, which we're less than 1 month away from. That comes out October 17th of this year. Our number 7 spot goes to Sabaton, and most likely their final single before the album's release. This is Crossing the Rubicon. Number 6, we have Top 10 Alumni Rise of the North Star. Now, if you remember, I featured these guys a couple months ago with their song Neo Paris. They've released a couple singles since back then. They had Back to Basics and AIR Max, all of which will be on the band's brand new album. Get ready for it. Remember, this is an anime-inspired band. The new album's name is Chapter 4, Red Falcon Super Battle, Neo Paris War. Crazy ass title, and I love it. I can't wait to hear the whole album. It drops November 14th of this year. Guys, when I tell you the fourth quarter of 2025 is going to be the most completely ridiculous, just over the top shit with how much music we have coming out. We have Trivium, we have Orbit Culture, we have Rise of the North Star, Avatar, Gojira just started teasing some shit. We have Greyhaven. There's even so many more on this list that we mentioned. It's going to be insane, guys. It's going to be crazy. So I hope you're ready. There's so much new music coming our way. Make sure you go pre-save all of these albums and keep your eyes open for more from this band. Our number 6 band of the week, Rise of the North Star, off of the upcoming album, Chapter 4, Red Falcon Super Battle, Neo Paris War, due out November 14th. This is AIR Max. Coming in at number 5, we have a truly unique artist whom I am just discovering today. The man behind the band's name is Logan Young, and his project is called Dal Av. I call this a project rather than a band because Logan is doing something really fucking cool. He's an open invitation collaborative artist. His Spotify bio reads as follows. This project brings artists together that I admire, from big names to rising talent, for heavy genre blending tracks. Whether we're crafting something serious or just having fun, everyone is welcome in the Del Ave family. If you're up for creating something wild, let's make it happen. No rules, just music. This is one of the coolest things that I've ever found. What an awesome concept, and I'm 100% here for it. Logan, I would love to have you on the show. I would love to have the chance to talk to you. I'm going to be reaching out. Coming in at number 5 today, Logan Young, aka Del Av, featuring Renaissance. This is Break Through the Surface.
And every word you say is fake. I'll give you what you want. And I'll get you out of my life. So now the price tag to my end again. Throw me out for the world to see. I want to beg for mercy when I'm done. When I'm done, you will bow down to me. You empty my chest and put away in its place.
Our number 4 song of the week, another new band that I just found. The band is called Waking Terra, and they are from Jacksonville, North Carolina. This 5-piece band started back in 2010, and when I say new, I mean new to me, not new to the earth. Obviously, they've been around for 15 years now. But the cool thing about this band is their story. All the guys in the band met because of, drumroll, knowing people in their local scene who put them together. I love to hear that. They are heavily inspired by bands like Seven Dust, Killswitch, Deftones. So basically early new metal and metalcore. They're heavy, they bring the groove, they have huge choruses, and they've actually gotten to open up for some of their heroes like Killswitch, All That Remains, Avatar, Nonpoint. They actually have a pretty huge list of the bands that they've gotten to share the stage with, which makes me so happy for them, because if you work hard, you're going to reach your goals. The band has been quiet since last year, but hopefully they're just gearing up for something new. I reached out to see if they're still active, because I really hope they are. A band like this is too good to just kind of go away, you know? But while I'm waiting for them to come back, I'm going to share their music with you and get more ears on it. So these guys are our number 4 spot today with their most recent release. It came out in 2024, entitled Digital Strain. Let's look back and do a quick recap of our top 10 so far. Number 10, we had Greyhaven with Cemetery Sun. Number 9, we had Chuzo with The Brutalator. Number 8, we had Bodyweb with Shadowboxing. Number 7, we had Sabaton, Crossing the Rubicon, featuring Johnny Hawkins of Nothing More. Number 6, we had Rise of the North Star, AIR Max. Number 5, we had Dal Av, Break Through the Silence. And at number 4, we had Waking Terra, Digital Strain. Number 3, guys, we have the brand new track from Long Islanders, Rominer. Rominer are a great new metal / alt metal band, and they'll be replacing Within These Walls November 15th at Shakers at the Project Zero show. Within These Walls, unfortunately, had to withdraw from the show, but we will get them on another one sometime. Shout out to the boys who also just dropped a brand new one. I'm really excited to have Rominer added to the bill, though. They're going to kill it. These guys have been around for a little bit. They started releasing singles back in 2022 before dropping their full-length 5 Long Years back last year, 2024. Rominer have wasted no time getting back in the studio and releasing more new music. They just released 4 more singles this year, which I hope is leading up to another full length from the guys. Now, as I said before, this track dropped just a couple days ago, and it is a banger for sure. At number 3 this week, this is Rominer with Believe.
You say you don't believe in anything at all. All you're meant to be is all worth fighting for.
Number 2, we go back up to Canada with Spirit Box. This comes to today's countdown in celebration and a big happy birthday for the album that launched this band with such momentum that they were able to carry their heat straight through COVID. Eternal Blue turned 4 years old back on the 17th. The band was among one of the biggest acts about to break out when the pandemic hit and unfortunately completely derailed them for a bit. Big shout out to Brent Smith of Shinedown for donating a pretty substantial amount of money to help the band and crew during their cancellations during the vid. I'm pretty sure Brent said upwards of $10,000 to the band and crew. But Spirit Box kept pushing and working as best as they could, and all of that hard work paid off with the release of one of the most highly anticipated albums of the last 10 years in Eternal Blue. Now, if I'm not mistaken, their North American live debut was at the Blue Ridge Rock Festival in 2021, which I was incredibly lucky to be at and see firsthand. They were incredible, and they definitely lived up to all of the hype. Eternal Blue, for those living under a rock the past 4 years, it's a legitimately incredible album that is packed with just like heavy Gojira-esque riffing, so much groove, tons of ambience, clean vocals in motion, and showing off the true range of Courtney LaPlante's voice and showcasing the versatility of the entire band as well. Spirit Box is a must-see band. Go follow them, go see them, they're amazing. Happy birthday, Eternal Blue. This comes in at number 2 this week, one of the most massive made-for-stage songs on the album. This is Spirit Box with Circle With Me. And coming in at number 1, the band Redefined out of South Carolina. Our special guest of this week. Some of the coolest guys out there. They love and respect their fans. A band that brings some of the realest topics that we all struggle with straight to the front, and they face it head on. These guys have been on our top 10 before. So I've already given you a bit of a bio on them previously, and today's special guest is the voice of the band, Jordan Caparel, so we will learn a whole lot more about the band in just a little bit. At number 1, the song that makes you want to go out and party your ass off. This is Redefined with Let's Party.
Let's party till we fucking die. Yeah. Yo. Let's party till we fucking die. We're all so busy with our everyday routine we call life. So let the drink and smoke take all your cares away for just tonight. You wanna put it just to work all of your simple life away. So just relax and hear all these words that
You can check out the full songs on the Face Music Top 10s playlist on Spotify by either searching or scanning the code that is on your screen now. Alright guys, let's talk about some upcoming shows that we got going on. So, this was just announced today. Well, technically yesterday, day of scripting this, but you know how it goes. A few weeks ago, we learned about the unfortunate loss of Larry Foreman, the friend and legend of the Long Island music scene. The one common thing so many people were saying about the celebration of Larry's life is the tribute show is going to be legendary. Well, I am proud to announce that on September 28th, 2025, at Shaker's Pub in Oakdale, New York, we officially have the Larry Foreman tribute show. This is a free show. It's going to be running from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. It goes all afternoon. Jack Pipe will be performing with some of the special guests that they have booked. I know it's last minute. I know it might be hard to get to for some people, but let's show up for Larry and the boys. Let's make sure that we go and have some fun with these guys, potentially one last time. I don't think Jack Pipe is going to go much further without Larry. So if this is indeed the last time we get to hear these incredible songs live, let's make sure that we go and throw down for them. October 11th, City Sound Studios in Ronkonkoma, New York. We have horror metal band Uchikasu taking the stage, featuring the highly anticipated return of the Stitched Up, Take the Flame, Gas Leak, and Letters to Milena. The show starts at 6:30 p.m. It is $18 to get in. This is an all-ages show. There will be no alcohol at this event. I have said it before when it comes to certain venues, guys, please just be respectful. We're losing venues, okay? We can't afford to lose many more. We just found out yesterday that the venue Mr. Beery's in Bethpage, New York is closing down. 17 months, and then I don't think he's renewing lease on that, so we're going to be down another one. So please be respectful of the ones that we do actually have while we have them, and let's not do anything to diminish our scene even more, okay? So no alcohol, be respectful, and don't be a dick. Now, the next one I want to talk about, Monster Mosh. Every year, 3 bands put on their annual show. The bands are all friends of this podcast. We have Resist the Temptation, we have Dead Within Days, and we have Pathmaker. Every year, same location, Polish American Independent Club in Port Jeff, New York. This year, they have Terrigenous opening the show. Both Resist the Temptation and Dead Within Days are releasing their EPs at this show. Pathmaker is going to headline this event. Tickets are $20. Each band performs a full set. They usually throw a few covers in there as well. Pathmaker is known to do some random stuff. Costumes are heavily encouraged. This is a Halloween-themed event. There will be a costume contest, and it takes place November 1st, 2025, which is a Saturday, so really there are no excuses for not being there. The tickets for the show are moving quickly. This event will most likely sell out, so do not wait to get your tickets. If you're waiting for day of, you're probably not going to be able to go. Contact all the bands individually for tickets with admission. Excuse me, guys. With admission to the show. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I've only had 1 cup of coffee. Fucking forgive me. With admission to the show, you also get all non-alcoholic beverages included for the night. So soft drinks, water, all that kind of shit. Completely free for you with admission for the night. It starts at 7 p.m. I will see you guys at this one. Again, for the past few weeks, I've been throwing this in there just in case, people may not know about it. But for anybody interested in symphonic Christmas metal, Trans-Siberian Orchestra has announced their annual winter tour. They hit 106 shows in just 2 months between their 2 divisions. They have the East Coast guys and the West Coast guys, and they run in tandem across the country. They run the same set, so no matter where you are in the country, you're seeing the same show. Obviously different musicians, but the stage sets are the same, the songs are the same, the production's the same. So it's a really good time. If you've never seen them play, I am always there. I think I've been going for fucking every year for almost 20 years now, but it's just a fun tradition, I think they're going to be in New York on December 18th. I usually end up going either there or whatever's on a weekend, just because weekends work easier for me. But I believe they'll be at UBS on the 18th. I might end up going to Philly this year, though. But check their site for all shows, and if you haven't seen them, tickets are not a lot of money. You could usually you can get probably a floor seat for $100. So go, enjoy yourself, have a great time. Now, as announced last week, this is a big one for the podcast. A few months ago, back when I had Gavel down on the show, we talked a lot about Metallica. A lot. So much so that before we wrapped the interview, the idea of doing an all Metallica episode roundtable style was hatched and the wheels started turning. Well, we're going to be working on that one at some point. But it also made me think that would be a really fun format for discussions about other bands too. Like, let's say, an all Linkin Park episode. Linkin Park has had a tremendous impact on me. So I hopped on Instagram and Facebook and I put out a feeler to see if I did a Linkin Park roundtable episode, who might be interested in being a part of that. Well, the response was great on it, so it was kind of a no-brainer. And then I had the thought of, what if we add another layer to this, another interactive element? There's a lot of people who love this band who were even inspired to play music because of them, to sing or scream because of them, or learn how to play guitar, or at least in part by them. I did not make that public until last week, so I am proud to announce to all of you that Saturday, November 15th at Shaker's Pub in Oakdale, New York, I'll be making my return to the stage for the first time since March of 2020, and I will be doing so with my friends Tom Gallagher and Joe DeMeo of Soul Searcher, Dylan Franton of Resist the Temptation, Alec Rogers, formerly of The Unpermitted, Alex Krauss of The Stitched Up, and Mr. Travis Parker on samples. We will be paying tribute to the band that had a massive impact on all of us as Project Zero, paying homage to the band's beginnings as Zero before they were Linkin Park, and Project Revolution, the legendary touring festival that they toured multiple times on. Now, joining us on stage November 15th at Shakers, we have my friends and show alumni skate punk pop punk band Oceanside. Newly added new metal band Rominer will be joining us and making their return to the stage after years away, after releasing the incredible new album Hearts Run Dark. Also, friends and podcast alumni Gavel Down will be on this show. Tickets for this event are $15 bought at the door. The doors are going to be at 6, and the first band goes on at 7 o'clock. Project Zero will also be filming our entire set, and the performance will be featured in the roundtable episode of the podcast, which will be around December. So again, November 15th at Shaker's Pub, $15 admission. Show starts at 7. Make sure that you get there early and stay late. The show should be done by 11. So this is a really big one, guys. I haven't played live in over 5 years. I would love it if everyone could come out and reciprocate some of the support that I show so many people right here. And if you're interested in being a part of the roundtable, email me at theftmpod@gmail.com with Linkin Park in the subject line. I cannot take everybody. I cannot do Zoom calls for this one. But I will find a way to include everybody who wants to be included in some way, shape, or form. Just don't be mad if you're not picked for the in-person. It's purely due to the amount of space that's available. All right, now let's talk some music news. First up, I want to talk about this Harley Flanagan post from a couple days ago. Harley Flanagan is the frontman for the old school hardcore band Cro-Mags. He made a post on Instagram with an image with the text, "To all of the famous bands that have been giving me love all these years and thanking me for the inspiration, etc. How about giving me a gig opening up for your bands instead of giving me love when nobody's looking? Thank you," with a little heart emoji. Underneath that, in the caption, he included everyone from like I said, coffee. Everyone from Metallica to Pantera to Avenged Sevenfold to Green Day, Turnstile, and so on have given me props and respect and love and called me a legend. It would be nice if someone gave us a gig instead, LOL. I've been working hard since the 80s. How about a hand up, motherfuckers, instead of love when no one's looking? I'm good enough to inspire you, just not good enough to open up for you, LOL. Dude, I totally get the frustration here. I get it. But the Cro-Mags would not do well as the opener for literally any of those bands. Maybe Pantera, maybe, but that's not their scene. If anything, I'd say Harley maybe aim for like Lamb of God, but put in a good offer. Don't just expect the handout because you inspired people. The fucking Beatles inspired millions. Pink Floyd inspired millions. Metallica, Avenged, Pantera, all inspired generations of people. The Cro-Mags are not marketable the way those other bands are, so going based on inspiration alone isn't enough. Bring your shit to the front lines and appeal to maybe more than 300 people at a time, and maybe the opportunities will present themselves. But for a band that's been around for as long as the Cro-Mags have, as much impact as they've had, like, I get the point, but this is such a local band entitlement, and it's kind of ridiculous to see from a legend in the hardcore scene. I may get some shit for this, but whatever. Bands that create opportunities get opportunities. Bands that cry online just stay crying online. Now, next, I want to talk about something that I said I'm not going to talk about anymore. I said a few months ago I won't talk about Firefest ever again. I said I wasn't going to do it after the last update, how they got restricted from live performance. I really wasn't going to do it, but I have to because this is such a blind leading the blind thing to happen. Firefest has been bought. Someone actually invested in this mess. It was a bidding war that was held on eBay. And to the victor go the spoils. And the winner is LimeWire. Yes, that LimeWire. The same software that's known as Computer Aids, known for enabling peer-to-peer file sharing for all things music, movies, and computer viruses. LimeWire was to computers what the coronavirus was to human beings. Well, the plague is back, and they're specializing in peer-to-peer NFT sharing. And they will not be bringing back the festival. They will be bringing back, quote, the brand and the meme back to life. This time with real experiences and without the cheese sandwiches. The fact that anybody thinks that this is going to be anything more than the worst idea ever is pretty funny to me. As I've said before, guys, don't go to this. Don't support it. Save your hard-earned money. This is a pit. And please don't download LimeWire if you value your devices. Now, a couple more things I wanted to touch on this week. There's a new Ozzy doc coming out entitled Ozzy, No Escape From Now. It chronicles his journey from his fall back in 2019 to his very last concert just a couple months ago. Also, Usher thinks that Metallica should play the Super Bowl, and Atreyu isn't dead. They just released a new song called Dead. So, anyone worrying about Atreyu's future? I don't know. Maybe not yet, but go check out the new song. Song is great. The quality sucks, but, you know, one hand washes the other, right? Now, today's special guest is a very genuine, very humble, very down-to-earth dude by the name of Jordan Caparel, and he fronts the South Carolina nu metal band Redefind. I love these guys. Great music. They love their fans. They're down to earth, and I respect the shit out of that. It is my true privilege to welcome to the show Mr. Jordan Caparel. Everyone listening, welcome to the Face Music Podcast. We have Jordan from the band Redefind out of South Carolina joining us today. Jordan, how's everything been, dude?
It's been awesome, man.
You guys been working, man. All the updates I see on Facebook and stuff.
It feels like we've been doing absolutely nothing, man. Like this year, like, cause we were so hot. Like we were like we dropped an album every year. Like we dropped 3 albums back to back, you know, year to year to year, like 2022, 23, 24. Mm-hmm. And it's no. I think the last album was 23. I'll take that back. And so like this year has just been a lot of writing. And so not a lot of touring. I think we've maybe played 20 shows this year. And that's just unheard of. Like I'm so used to working, man. Like I'm so used to being out there, and like to sit here in this kind of deadpan just is driving me crazy.
I mean, the payoff is going to be huge.
I hope so. I hope that people enjoy it, because I love it. I love the shit. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you want people to like it too.
Hmm.
but I'm hoping that I think it's different. It's just every album that we do is just different. Like I feel like nothing sounds exactly the same. It still sounds like Redefined, of course,
Of course.
but I feel like this one's just got some different stuff to it, man. Like we've just like I didn't think we could get any more weirder, and we just got weirder.
That's the beauty of the genre of metal that you guys are in.
Yes.
For anyone who's not aware, Redefined is more of like a new metal meets metalcore kind of band. Really cool sound, really interesting ideas, and your lyrical content, dude, is outstanding.
I appreciate that.
I've been a longtime fan of the words that you put on paper, man.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, you don't see too many bands that are dabbling in like new metal, like traditional new metal anymore.
For sure.
So it's cool for me because I grew up on that. So to find a
Yes.
band that's doing it the right way, it's awesome.
Hey, as long
I
as we're
love
doing
it.
it the right way, that's what I like. I like that we're doing it the right way. Because I would say one of the closest things to like new metal now that's like big out there,
Hmm.
and people are probably gonna crucify me on this, but like Dropout Kings, even though it's more trap metal, I guess,
Yeah,
but like they've got like the whole hip hop but I guess that leans more to trap metal and stuff like that. But those dudes are disgusting. I love them.
so I saw it was something you posted I think a couple days ago about opening for Tala.
Yes.
Tala is one of those bands that's doing new metal the right way.
Yes, and
They
they're so weird. I love it.
yeah. Dude, Justin is one of the craziest, most bizarre frontmen out there, but that guy's
Yes.
his vocal capabilities are insane.
His range and screams and in singing is just it's very good. He's
Yeah,
underrated, man. Like he's very looked over, you know.
absolutely. It was cool because like he had Hungry Lights as a YouTuber before Tala started up.
Yeah.
And then Tala started gaining traction and you see him on like Musician Manson with Jared Dines and he's going back and forth with all that kind of shit between touring and dude, they've had opportunities on their doorstep, man. They,
Oh,
you
they're
know,
going out with King 810, I think, this year.
yeah, I
Like
think I saw that
here
too.
soon. It's
Hmm.
King 810 because they asked us to be on it, not Tala, but our booking manager, our management, whatever you want to call them, I don't even know.
Yeah,
They hit us up and they were like, "You guys want to get on this?" And we're like, "We'd love to." It was just not in the cards for us, man. Like, we're not as big as all the other bands on there, like Filth and King and Tala even. And so like we have to pay some money to be on shows like that, on tours
yeah,
like that. And it was just a little too much for us right now. Like if we had like a year to prepare for it, you know,
yeah.
we'd all buckle down, maybe get some credit cards or something. But it just wasn't in the cards with this new album coming out. We got at least two videos we got to shoot before the release of the album, and so like it's just money bleeding out of us right now. And like so that's one thing about not having shows that's killed us is like no merch sales, nothing like that. And
Right.
like and so we're just it's all just like our day jobs are paying for this now, right? Like
Yeah.
fully.
But at least you have something to fall back onto, though.
Exactly, for sure.
You know,
I'm super excited for it.
a lot of bands, they go out there headstrong about like this band is going to be my day job, and then
Yeah.
it's kind of a rude awakening because
Yeah.
no matter who you are, what level you're at now, unless you're fucking Metallica, you need a day job. You need
Yeah.
something to supplement yourself, you know?
You got to have something, man. And like I've been doing this for almost 20 years, like not with Redefined, but just music in general.
Yeah.
And like full like I would say like fully into it, like actually playing music in shows with bands and stuff.
Mm,
But I've been in music for 38 years, my whole life. But
right.
20 the past 20 years I've like if not more, probably 24, 23. I've been I just it's hard out there. And like you're not it's not like you even if you have a hit, like even if you hit with a single, you
Yeah.
know, you're forgotten in 2 weeks. You know,
Yeah.
you have to have like constant. You have to have backups. That's why we're trying to put it like have two videos ready. And like the guys keep asking us, they're like, "What songs do we put as singles?" I was like, "Fuck that! Every song is gonna get a video. Like
Right.
I know it's a lot of money, but like even after we release the album, people don't know songs without videos a lot of the times. Like
Yeah.
if there's not a video to it, for some reason people don't know the song. They think that's the videos are the only ones that are the hits or something. I don't know. And so I want to record a video for everything. This is gonna be a lot.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned that because it's kind of an even flow because when music videos started out, every single was a video. And
Yes.
then we went through a point in like kind of the mid 2000s where people started shying away from videos,
Yeah.
doing more like live performance. This is what the band sounds like live. This is what we
Yeah.
look like live. Now we're back to videos and full production.
Yep.
And that's what's selling bands now.
That's what does it, man. People need that visual, man. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people need that. And you gotta have and the only thing is nowadays you need to have a shorter song. Like you can't have anything over 3 minutes. You're killing yourself. And like I say that we've got like probably 2 4 minute songs, but like on this new one. But I mean it's you gotta have that little 2 minute 30 seconds is like a window now. Like that's the attention span. And you
Yeah.
gotta catch them with something, you gotta hit it.
hmm Yeah, it's got to be visually appealing. It's got to have a lot happening all at once, but
Yep.
it sucks, man. Like the fact that you can't like sit down and enjoy a long form video anymore. Everything's got to be like so shortened and condensed and kind of just dumbed down.
Yeah.
But that's a challenge for musicians though, you know,
Yeah.
because bands are used to expressing a song in like 4 to 5 minutes. Now to say like our window is 2.5 to 3 minutes,
Yeah.
otherwise it might not sell. Like that's hard to do.
Live shows, man, it's hard to have that 30-minute set and like you'll see like the crowd just wade, like like if you've got them,
Yeah.
they stay there. But if like you're just not hitting with the crowd, like sometimes you just don't connect. Like they're there for the one band that's playing at the end,
hmm
or they're waiting for that one song from y'all, or or something like that. And so like you finish a song and you hear like murmur in the crowd and you're like, oh, they ain't feeling this shit at all. And
Nope.
so it's different. Like that you don't have their attention because either they didn't like the song maybe, and so maybe the next song will get them. But it's just like I don't know if it's attention spans or if it's just if you're not hitting sometimes.
It could be both,
It's a
honestly.
mental thing, man. It's like as an artist, it's so hard. Like I come off this recently. I saw something today. Like this person was sharing all this stuff about like seeing this local band and like all this and stuff. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, where is this when we're playing shows and stuff like that? Like where is this kind of love for us? I mean, and so you don't know if they just don't fuck with you like that,
Yeah.
or if it's just like they're just right, like they're just on this band right now. They're just saying this right now because of this, and so it's just weird, man. It's a whole mental thing.
hmm
So much. It's a battle. It's terrible that I chose to be in music because I'm already a mental wreck as it is, and then choosing music is just like even worse. As an entertainer, it's hard out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's one of the worst moments when because I play too. My
Yeah,
last band fell apart, but like I could relate to that where it's like you're about to step on the stage and it's like if you're mentally not in it a little bit, it
yep,
throws your whole show off.
dude,
You're
many
gonna second
times.
guess every note you play, every move you make. You're gonna see
Yep,
someone in the crowd cross their arms, and you're like, "Well, that's it. They don't give a fuck tonight."
and they don't care. Yep.
In the meantime, it's just one person who's tired. They just got off work and they love every note that you're playing. But it's like
Yes,
mentally, you check yourself out. You know,
a lot.
it's hard. It's a really big mental thing to get over.
It is.
Um,
It's hard to do sometimes. But like that's why I try not to look at the crowd. Like I'm
yeah,
looking at you, but I'm looking like over you.
yeah,
Like just because I'm just there to do my thing. Hopefully, win some new fans or keep my old fans interested because they've seen us do this 4 or 5 thousand times. They see it so many times, and it's just like so. We also do try to add in. That's another thing that I was going to say on the whole TikTok and 30-second brain and stuff
yeah.
is like we try to spice things up, even if it's a song you've heard us do 20 times. We try to throw something new in there, and
Mhm.
just to keep just off because what it sounds like on the CD, and we
Right.
do try to stay true to that. Don't get me wrong, but we also want to just make it a little bit of something. Just to keep them like they'll be sitting there and like say they're losing interest and they hear what is that, what was that, and they're back in
hmm
it.
Yeah, dude. You have to keep the crowd on their toes.
Yep.
Um, the TikTok culture kills me. It absolutely
Yeah.
fucking kills me.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, algorithms in general are
yeah,
just terrible. Like, okay, just like on one side, you're like watching the videos and you're like, God, how many people are going to do the same thing over and over again?
yes,
Like
sir.
one person hit, and now everybody's trying to do the same thing. Like I saw this real funny video where this person spilt trash juice on their foot, and then the next scene they have no foot. And then
Yeah.
I saw like 30 other people do that, and I was like, oh my God, I hate that. I wrote a song about it. It's on the new album. This copycat mentality that we're in nowadays, man. Like
Um,
for content, oh my God.
I'm glad somebody else finally said it because I feel like I was going fucking crazy just thinking it. It's
Dude,
like
I hope it weans people off the internet.
I always relate it to the episode of fucking SpongeBob where he rips his pants.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
He
dude,
just does it.
you're beating the joke to death. It's not
I
even
ripped my
funny anymore.
pants. Yeah, I get it. That's 100%. God, that's a great analogy. That's perfect. I'm gonna use that someday.
Go for it, man. It's
No, I'm
yours.
100% probably gonna use that. That's so perfect because that's what it is. Like it hits one time, and maybe it hits two times.
Yeah,
5, 6 times is cool, but like, dude, it's beating a dead horse on some of these things.
yeah.
Clout chasing.
When you're scrolling and like you see the same exact shit 10, 15 times in the same 10-minute span, it's like enough, man. Like come
Yep.
up with an original idea. What are we doing? Why do
Yeah.
we have this like this society of followers and no leaders?
You
You
click
know,
on the sound at the bottom left or whatever, and it's just like 50 million
thousands, dude.
videos done with this. And I was like, good God, everybody. And like, you get to a point where you start scrolling through the ones that don't have any kind of views.
Yeah,
And it's like, God, you are just like, you put yourself out there. And I get that as an entertainer, I do it too. So these people are just doing that too, but it's so hard to watch. It's hard to stay away from that too.
yeah.
Like having original content and getting people to lock in with you on that.
Hmm.
Like I did some funny stuff that I'd never seen somebody do. I got some little reels out there and stuff, and I'd never seen anybody do stuff like this. And like it got a couple hundred views maybe, and I'm not shitting on that because it's hard. I know
Yeah.
people out there with like 15 views and shit.
Hmm.
It's hard out there. Our podcast that I'm on, it's hard out there, man. Like you're
Yeah.
you're doing this. I mean, but it's really weird. It's just it goes back to a mental thing because it's like, do people even give a shit,
Right.
or is the algorithm just fucking me that hard?
Hmm.
Like, and it's usually the algorithm. Most people aren't. Most people don't even know you exist.
Right.
Like you think you matter to people and you don't, and or not that you don't, but like
No, I get
people
what you
have
mean.
lives. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they forget. I do it all the time, and
Yep.
I'm terrible about it.
It's yeah, man. I can't stand the fact that it's happening more often and it's happening more in the public eye that we're seeing now. To
Yep.
go back to the people ripping off each other's content and shit. Like last week, Trivium released like a little clip of their, I guess, a new song they're coming out, and they titled the caption like the scream heard round the world or something.
Yeah.
And when it gets to the build up where Matt's gonna scream, it's like a golden retriever coughing up water. It's funny as shit, dude.
Of course.
But then a day later, I see From Ashes to New doing the same exact thing. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
it was funny
Oh yeah.
the one time. It was really good the one time.
Of
But
course.
like, if everyone's gonna start doing it, it's just pointless. It's fucking
I'll say
pointless.
I will say Dustin. There are some trends that we have picked up. That Dustin, because Dustin's our video guy. Like when you see stuff on our TikTok and stuff, that's usually Dustin. And there's some funny ones that we have tried to follow. We are victims of this too, but that's also just us trying to hit the algorithms right. Like because that little dumb video could get you seen, but
Yeah.
like you don't. I also don't want to be that band that does that. Like that's
Yeah.
known for that. Like my biggest. And I hope that if they watch this or hear of this in some kind of weird way that they don't think I'm shitting on them. But like No Resolve is is like they got really big on that cover of like As the Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
They like made it metal
Mhm.
or like new metal country, not new metal, like metal country, and it
Mhm.
was awesome. But like, where did they go after that? Like they hit with that on their little TikTok or not little. I'm not trying to like I said, that sounds like I'm shitting on them, and I'm not that guy. Because I want everybody to eat, like I want
Right.
everybody to succeed. That's trying because it's hard. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. It's hard, and
Mhm.
so and that did not that sounded terrible. I hate that I even said little. Because they're big.
No.
They got more followers and all that shit than us. So I'm nothing to them. But like that, they came in hard with that, and then like nothing else hit, and it's just like I never want. We've done 2 covers, and I'm so glad they didn't like take off because
Yeah.
like I mean I want them to sure, but also. I don't want to be Our Last Night or whatever, like,
Well,
I mean,
yeah, Our Last Night made a career out of doing covers.
dude, they crush it though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all, I call it cookie cutter music because
It is.
it is, but they crush it. They do it well.
Yep.
Great vocalists, great band. They're
It's-
awesome.
It's very niche, but they found it and they do it right. You
They
know,
clicked it hard, and everybody
um,
everybody tried to ride that. I Prevail. That's how they got it. What, that Taylor Swift cover?
yeah,
And now look at them.
yeah,
So there are some that do that and exceed that cover, I guess, exceed that. But Our Last Night was just a cover band for me. I don't know any of their
yeah.
originals. None
Same.
of them. Yeah.
With I Prevail, I heard about them. Me and my wife heard about them because of that Taylor Swift cover,
Yeah.
and we thought it was great. Went to go see them, they didn't play it. I was like, all right, but
Weird.
everything else crushes, so like that was
I
fine with
figure like
me.
they had to play that. Like it was like in
Yeah,
their contract now.
I've seen them, I think 3 or 4 times now. They played it once,
That's wild. I
and
figured
that
they would have.
was
It's good that they're not riding on it then. Good for them.
yeah,
I never got into them, but good that they didn't ride the hell out of that because
yeah,
like I mean they got enough out of it. I feel they because
yeah,
they're
for
still doing
sure.
stuff even when they lost the singer and stuff. They're still killing it.
So that's when they covered it. Was this year when I saw them on Summer of Loud this year, and
Oh,
they
after
they
the singer was gone.
mhm. And they revamped it, so they made it heavier.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because
Kind
the
of like
other
what you
guy
were
does a lot of
saying.
more screams.
Yeah. The guy they have now, is their screamer.
Yeah.
Um, but like you were saying before, though, they were doing a cover that you've heard a million times, but they're adding something new to it that's
Yep.
gonna be something that you might remember. Instead
Exactly.
of just this is the cover you've heard. Um, yeah, they added like gutturals and breakdowns and shit to it. I was like, oh my God, dude,
That's
it's fucking
awesome.
it was
Good.
crazy. It was so good. But yeah, it was refreshing to hear like, okay, I know the song. Fucking 20,000 other people in this amphitheater know the song, but
Yeah.
it's cool to hear it done differently. It's good to have an
Exactly.
original spin on some shit.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
I love that.
Yeah, I'll never take away from a band that's like trying to figure that out, trying to
Yeah.
do something different, stand out to everybody else.
Like good for
Um,
them. Like I said, I'm glad that it's not us,
mhm.
but I would also not be mad if it was us. If one of our like, I'm not going to try to sit here and be like, oh, I don't want all that fame and money that I Prevail got from doing a cover. If our cover took off like that, I'm gonna play it every night for people.
Yep.
Like I mean, I would have to because I feel
Hmm.
like that's what made us. So you have to like one of our songs, "Let's Party." I'm not a big fan of it, but it's our
No?
biggest.
Oh
I mean,
man,
I
I love
love.
that
Don't get me
song.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it. It's one of our babies. I just feel like we've gotten better since it.
Hmm.
But like it's one of those songs you got to play. It's kind of like when Panic at the Disco when they played shows,
Oh
they
yeah.
had to do "I Write Sins Not Tragedies."
Hmm.
Brendan Urie hated that song by the end of it, because he's like, I got better music than this. So
Um,
I get it.
but at the same time though, you have bands like Bad Wolves, right? They put out
Yeah.
the Cranberries cover. That's
Yes.
the only thing anyone knew.
That's all I know by
People
them to this day.
and there it is, man. That's the truth. Like
Yeah. It
they dropped that cover, it was really good.
was very
They
good.
they had the endorsement by Dolores on it, and
She was about to be on it and then passed away like the 2 days before she flew out. That was
mhm.
crazy. Because that would have crushed. That would
Yeah.
have kept Bad Wolves going, I think. I
So
think
they
that might have
they're
been what killed him.
they're still around. I
Really?
mean, the whole band just fell apart.
Oh, because what's his
Um,
name left? Tommy, whatever left.
yeah,
And
Vex left a while ago, but then they
yeah.
got DL from Acacia Strain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they recruited Acacia's guitarist to be their vocalist.
Oh, that's cool.
Doc Coyle just left.
Damn.
He's doing God Forbid and all his other stuff now.
Yeah.
Um, and then DL just left, and Tommy Vex is looking to come back from what I hear.
Holy crap.
Yeah. But
What a mess.
yeah, man. But that was their bread and butter for years, dude. They put out
Oh yeah.
Disobey, which was a great album, but
Yeah.
all anyone wanted to hear was the fucking cover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, man, play Learn to Live, play like Officer Down, play all the good shit on that album.
And they just wanted to
Um,
hear Zombie.
yeah,
And
man.
then they would leave after.
I saw them one time and everybody else was like waiting for that cover, waiting for it, waiting for it. And I'm like, I'm enjoying the shit out of the rest of their set. I don't even
Yeah.
care about the cover anymore.
Yep.
Like, it was good. It was really
Yeah.
good, but their other shit's so much better. So like it is kind of a trap that a lot of bands fall into where like they hit it huge with a cover song, but then that becomes their identity,
Yep.
you know?
As it happens. It happens a lot.
And then there's bands like Tool that refuse to cater to their fan base. You'd be lucky to hear Schism at a show.
Man, I went and saw a Perfect Circle recently,
Hmm.
and like as much as I think as Maynard is a douche,
Yeah.
God, he crushes it, man. He's so fucking good. And it's just like, I hate that I love you so much. Like you're such a great vocalist. You've got such great songs. You're a phenomenal songwriter. Just all around, everything is great about you except like personality. You seem like a terrible person.
Hmm.
But then again, he's made his nut. He's
Hmm.
made his money. He can play what the hell he wants to. That's why he does it. He's like
Yeah.
that's probably something that I sit here and shit on. But if I made it, it's probably something I'd do. I'd be like, I want to play the shit I like. And like everybody wants to hear Let's Party. Everybody wants to hear images or this. And I'm like, nah, we about to play Helping Hands. No, nobody knows that one hardly. And so I get why he does that. And then but like the whole no cell phone thing, I'm not gonna lie, I love that a lot. I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna hate it, but like when he got up there, the first thing out of his mouth, he's like, "Look, a lot of y'all aren't gonna like this, and I get it. And but if I see you with your phone, there is no warnings. You're going out the door." He's
Mm.
like, I want you to be present. I've put a lot of time into putting this show together. I want you to catch it all,
Hmm.
and just, and it was actually really cool, man. And then he lets you film the last one. And I was like, no, daddy, I'm not going to film the last one. I'm not going to film anything. And it was amazing. I'm not going to lie.
So I've never gotten the opportunity to see Tool or A Perfect Circle or any
That
of
was
his
what I saw.
projects.
Perfect Circle
Um,
slash Pussifer.
I have never had the opportunity, but every single time they're in town, I'm like, man, if I had the extra like $200 lying around, I would
Man,
go.
if you can make
But
it to Sasanta, because they're gonna Sasana, they're gonna do it again, I'm sure,
yeah,
because they've done 1 and 2, and they were both extremely successful. Because like we went to V2, and it
yeah.
was sold out. Like so, they're gonna probably do a third one. But
Mm.
like if they do the same lineup, if you can get the scratch up for it, man, 100% do it. Like I was
That
not a
was
Primus fan. They crushed it. Like
I was gonna say they were with Primus on that, right?
oh man, oh yeah, and like like I said, I'm not a Primus fan. Like I knew from what everybody tells me is they're like their CD stuff or their album stuff. Yeah, it's silly, blah blah blah. Wait till you see them live, and then I
Yeah.
saw them, and I was like, I was blown away. I, I
Yeah, dude.
was I was like, this is wild, wildly amazing.
Primus, they were a band that, I knew from like Tony Hawk and shit.
Yes, that's where
So
I knew him from exactly. Jerry
it's
was
like,
an extra driver.
yeah.
Goddamn bam.
They were never a band that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go seek out to listen to them. And then
Nope.
the first band I had joined up, my singer was a huge Primus fan. Um, and he's like, they're coming to the Paramount, one of our clubs up here.
Yeah.
And he's like, you got to come with me. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not a Primus guy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, I will pay for your ticket. Come with me. I was
Yes.
like, all right, fine. So I went
And
to
you
the
loved
show.
it.
Dude, it was one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life.
Here they
It
come.
was
Dude, it's
it was
so good.
fucking outrageous. Like, and
Yes.
that was when they were doing the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory tour.
Oh
So it was
wow.
really weird.
The
It was
background and
super weird.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So
awesome.
they opened up with a set of originals with like a really small stage setup. Like they had
Yeah.
like Marshall fucking twin amps for the guitars and
Oh yeah.
shit. Really tiny drum set, like one bass drum, one floor tom, one rack, and a couple cymbals. And then they played like I think maybe 5, 6 songs, cleared off the stage, opened up like the big banner behind them, and the fucking drum set was most of the stage.
Oh yeah.
Um, it was just like everything was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Like
That's
they had
amazing.
the stage decked out to be like the movie. It was like this is fucking incredible.
That's so cool.
Um, they
Was
played
that the
the
best stage setup you've ever seen?
no.
What's the best?
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I would say it's somewhere between Ramstein and
Oh man.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Okay. That's way better than mine. Rammstein or Ramstein, I don't know how to say it.
Same. That's
That
called
would probably
Ramstein.
be my if I went and saw them, that would probably be I would probably vote that. But like for me, one of the coolest sets I've ever seen, like background and stuff,
Mhm.
is a tie between or not a tie. First place is definitely Newfound Glory.
Oh
We
yeah.
saw them down in Atlanta recently, and it was just crazy. Like it was like the Catalyst album with all like the,
Oh no
but like they
shit.
were, oh dude, that was like the crazy like the striped shirt guy and stuff. Like it was crazy colors. It was insane. The Primus Pussifer thing was cool, but like they had like these old man chairs going up the stairs on the sides, and then at the top was three drum sets for each band. So like
Oh wow.
their set changes were flawless and stuff. It was amazing. But live, their backgrounds, like they don't do
Hmm.
a lot on stage and stuff, and like, but they're like their visuals. They had
Yeah.
this one that was a stained glass picture,
Hmm.
and it said live in it, and but like like I saw them like a couple weeks back, and it
Hmm.
was stupid cool. Like their background was amazing.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm
I,
jealous. You got to see Rammstein. That's awesome.
I've seen they used to come around so much, man. I've
Yeah.
seen them probably 5 times at this point. But like
Wow.
they were here every year, it felt like. So
That's amazing. I
it
would love to see
it
them.
wasn't hard to get to them.
They're
But
not coming around the South much. I'm around the Bible Belt. They're not doing that. They'd probably get chased out or something. Who knows?
probably banned down there.
They've probably been around here, and I'm just lying right now. Like they've probably been here a million times. I'm just like, I never
Well,
looked.
the last time they were in the US, they did a stadium tour. And
Oh,
I didn't go to that. I wanted to, but tickets were like fucking
I wanted to
250
go to
bucks.
Metallica's this year. That stadium tour.
Yeah, dude.
God, that
Oh
looks
man.
so awesome.
I went to the one that Metallica did up here. I went to the one in Jersey
Yeah.
in like 2023. And that was great. The bill was so solid, but like this year they got Limp Bizkit on there and I'm like,
Oh man,
"Oh,
yeah.
I got to go see Limp."
Dude, we almost drove to Tennessee for that. Like, cause like the night they were around us in like South Carolina, North Carolina, they
Yeah.
had the other lineup. And
Hmm.
then like they were in Tennessee, and I was like, we about to make an 8-hour drive for this. Like the biscuit, because we saw the biscuit this year too,
Yeah.
which was phenomenal. Absolutely. And so I've never been a huge Metallica fan. I'm not trying to front,
Hmm.
but like I owe them so much. They've been around my whole life.
Yeah.
Like their influence probably so many bands I listen to.
Hmm.
And then when I sit down and listen to them, I'm like, these guys fucking melt, they rock. But
Yeah.
like, I never used to seek them out. I was never like, yeah, I'm fucking Metallica, brother, or Slayer and shit. Like 80s stuff never really fucked with me. Even though I was born in '87, I never really gave a shit about '80s music. It was always
Hmm.
'90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
But I can respect it. I'd say the only one that I don't respect from back then is like AC/DC. I don't like it. I don't know how they ever fucking made it, man.
They're an
As a
acquired
vocalist,
taste.
yeah, it's just what are you, the fucking the what is that, Big Mouth, the guy from Big Mouth? Have you ever seen that show? He's the fucking decrepit little sex monster.
You know, man, all things considered, not a bad impression.
I try. It's all throat. But no, I would, if I ever lose Redefine, I'm going into an AC/DC cover band. I can easily do it. I can sit there and sing like that for hours. It'll be okay, and they'll love it, right?
Dude, yeah, you find the right crowd for that, you'll coast for
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
Dude, as soon as people would fucking hate me up there doing that, they'd be like, he's making fun of him.
I mean, that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. I was
Dude,
never a fan.
I enjoy AC/DC, and I can tell you that's exactly what he sounds like.
Yes, yes.
Um, I don't know if you saw Limp Bizkit in what I would call one of the grossest ways possible. Just released a new song today, or leaked a new song today.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, with the girl drumming,
Yeah.
and Fred comes in. He's like, "Hey, you can't do that." Yeah, yeah. I heard about it. I didn't get to see it yet.
So I saw that and I was like, yeah, bullshit. Because I thought it was just like another girl drumming on Instagram.
Yep.
So I was like,
Clickbait.
yeah, exactly. I was like, no, this is probably a song that's been out for 3 years that she doesn't know is a
Yeah.
song that's
It's
already
all
out.
$3 bills, y'all, back in 94.
Exactly. But she's really just playing to fucking like, counterfeit or some
Yeah, exactly.
shit.
Check out this new song.
So I watch it and I'm like, yeah, it sounds like Limp Bizkit. It sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound that familiar. And then Fred pops in and he's like, hey, I thought I told you you're not allowed to leak the song. Our brand new song that we just recorded. I'm like, no shit. I
That's
hate the
awesome.
way they did that. I hate it because of
Yeah.
like the whole like, now even Limp Bizkit are content creators type
Oh
thing.
yeah.
But at the same time, man, it sounded good.
Yeah.
It
That's what
sounded
we all
really
are
good.
now, though. Unfortunately, we have that's another thing. I wrote a song on this new album called Content Culture,
Yeah.
and it's about this, man. It's like one of the lines, and it's like, are you authentic? Are you verified? Like
Yeah.
it's just like it doesn't matter unless you are. You have to get that blue check and stuff. And so like we're all content creators now. It's not
Yeah.
just about the music. It's like put out these stupid memes. Like it's so crazy how memes get so much
Mhm.
traction on your page. on your
It's
social media, it gets hit so hard. But you put out a new song, and it's
mhm.
like, meh. meh.
Yeah, unless you're fucking Sabrina Carpenter, it doesn't matter.
Oh, dude, we listen to her radio station at work so much on
Yeah,
Pandora. I can't lie. She's she's got me hooked. It's so poppy and terrible, but we have to play like music that family friendly. Well,
yeah,
some of her shit is not family friendly,
no.
but it's so catchy. I hate that I love it.
She is not as offensive as the other pop stars that are out right now.
Oh yeah,
And by offensive, I mean like her songs can actually be listened to and like
yeah.
at
She's
least
very
kind
good
of
at putting it into her words without saying it.
yeah.
I like it.
But it's also got a good like melody to it. It's got a good
Yeah.
rhythm. Most of her stuff anyway.
Whoever
But
her writer is, yeah, it's not everything. She
yeah,
doesn't make all hits, but whoever her
right.
writer is and stuff like that, they're killing the game right now.
Yeah.
She's the next. She's Katy Perry when Katy Perry was Katy Perry, and
Mhm.
except well, it's cool to be dirtier now. That's why.
Yeah.
Like Katy Perry when she first came out would not make it nowadays.
No.
As goody two shoes as she was, people be
No.
like, "Nah, throw that ass back, bitch." Like
Yeah.
that's all they want now.
Well, I mean, that's why Katy Perry also went through a dramatic shift in who she was versus who she is,
She
you
caught
know?
that demon that Miley Cyrus had.
um when she was on Warped Tour, she was on Warped as like a Christian solo acoustic guitarist,
Yep,
and then within a couple years she had I Kissed a Girl and she's on pop radio and she's like all risque and
yep.
honestly I feel bad for pop stars and shit because they got to sell their soul to make it in that industry.
They have to.
They got no choice. They got to
Yeah, you got to do what they
conform.
say.
Yep.
When they say it, how they say it.
That's at least the freedom of rock and metal that
Yeah,
I feel like a lot more people can appreciate. That it's dictated, sure, because it's
yeah,
still the music industry, but it's
of
not as
course.
as heavily dictated as like this is what you need to wear. This is the color scheme that's going to get people to buy this album during this month.
Yeah,
Like it's disgusting what pop music does and puts
it's pretty
people
cut and
through.
dry with metal. It's like black and
Yeah.
chains,
Yep.
skulls. It's
Yep.
like like that's the bar, and then like anything above that you can do. But
Mhm.
we're trying. This is where we keep it at. Keep it metal. Like it's mostly black,
Yeah.
and so like it's fun when you see like Dance Gavin Dance or something like that, and they've just got like these funny cartoons,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I love that. Like that was that. I love how they do things. I love their music. Like even
Mm.
though they've gone through so many different singers, so you can't really say that you like have a favorite. Well, you can't pick a favorite singer, but like I love was it Will Swan? I think his guitar playing is absolutely insane.
I've never actually gotten into Dance Gavin Dance. They're
Too
they're
much,
a band that
too poppy.
no, it's just I never took the time to check them out.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that love them,
Oh yeah.
but
I'm one.
I also heard like a lot of controversy about them. So I'm like, is it worth getting involved in a band that's gonna like probably
Tillian.
break up?
Yeah.
Like,
He got in some trouble or almost did, and then it came out to be bullshit. I think I'm not
Mhm.
100%, so nobody come at me. I don't know. I'm not into the. I don't. There's because people started screaming victim blaming and all that.
Yeah, of
So he
course.
might have done it. People are shitty, so I don't put it past him. But I mean, the music was as a singer, the dude's got chops. But
Yeah.
then like they had Johnny Craig back in the day before, well, one of the few times he was off heroin or something. And so they crushed with Johnny Craig. I was a huge Johnny Craig fan.
Mhm.
That man has got some soul for a white boy. Like he just kills it. I never liked their second singer. Like they've had like three, I think, so far, maybe
Mhm.
four now. But like the one that everybody is like Kurt, I'm like, nope, wasn't for me. That was a part of DGD I did not listen to.
Yeah, I'll have to check them out.
You might enjoy it, you might not. Like
Yeah, I
it's totally
don't
music is so subjective. It's hard.
I don't hear many bad things about them.
Yeah,
So, I mean, like aside from the controversy stuff, I don't really hear anyone say like, "Oh, they suck."
I think he just
Um,
got a little drunk and got a little handsy. Not felt the girl up. I think
yeah,
that they were doing stuff and he like slapped her, like got a
yeah,
little rough. But I'm not sure. Like I said, people are shitty as fuck. I
yeah.
wouldn't put it past anybody to do it. I wouldn't put it past myself. Okay, I would because I could do that. But my wife would punch me in the throat. Yeah, and throw me in the crematory.
I was gonna
I'm
say a
good.
punch to the throat. You're getting off light, dude.
Yeah, she's a beast. I would never. And plus, she's tiny. I'd feel so bad. It'd be like beating a child.
I mean, it was a thing, unfortunately, that like so many bands coming off the Warped Tour scene kind of
Yeah.
got hooked all into that aspect of it.
Or the underage thing, man. It was one
Yeah,
or the other. It was either abuse or it was the sexual abuse. Like it was
yeah.
with or underage, excuse me. Because like what was
Yeah.
it? Front Porch Step.
Oh yeah. And
God, I loved his music, and I
front
can't listen.
porch
I can't listen to him anymore.
it was Front Porch Step, Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh, I never liked
Um
them, so that was fair.
I never got into them either.
Yeah, that was like whatever, good for them. Glad they got
Um
busted.
the Shocker was brand new. I didn't see that shit coming at
Man,
all.
that's wild. And it's so hard for me to not like, I still have brand new songs that I love,
Yeah.
to this day. And it's so hard for me to like put that, like, it's so weird. That is so,
And
I hate that.
and they're from right here on Long Island. So it's
Oh, I didn't
like,
know that.
yeah, dude, they're hometown for me. So it's
Dude, one of the first shows that me and my wife saw together was Manchester Orchestra and Brand New, and it was phenomenal. It was like
Mm.
we had just gotten together and we drove to North Carolina, watched that show out in like a parking lot or something. It was crazy good. And then like I think the allegations came out during that tour or something,
Oh
and
God.
I was like, no, I fucking love Brand New. It was like Lost Prophets. Oh my God.
Oh God. Dude, Lost
Fuck
Prophets
him.
fucked me
I don't
up,
listen.
dude.
I don't listen to them at all anymore because of that.
No, and I hate that because
They were
last
great.
Last Train Home was such a good song, dude.
Dude, Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja. That was so heavy
They
and so
were
good.
they were such a good band, and
And he was
dude,
a sick piece of shit.
yeah, man.
Like
I don't
the
know.
worst.
I truly don't know how that man is still alive in jail.
I thought dude, okay, Mandela effect. That man died 5 years ago by getting killed in prison. I swear I heard that. Or he
Oh
killed
shit.
himself. But he didn't. I looked it up and he's still alive. I was like, what? I was like, he's a garbage human being.
Yeah, man. That was probably the most disgusting thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, like I said, I still won't listen to him to this day.
no.
And I have Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja. Like I know every word, like
Yeah.
the bass to it. Like it was so good. And it's just like that piece of shit. Like, ugh.
Yeah. I
Ugh.
feel horrible for the rest of the band too.
Yeah,
'Cause,
because their
they,
name is
they
stained with it.
they had everything taken away from them for that piece of shit, man.
Yeah,
And
you
yeah,
gotta watch who you start a band with.
yeah, I mean, who the fuck would have seen that coming though?
I
Honest to God,
never,
man, who would have seen
never,
that coming?
never. But then, like again, like Front Porch Step, he was
Yeah,
messaging like 13-year-olds and shit. I mean, apparently Jesse was too, and it's wild that goes almost hand in hand with a lot of that genre, or not
yeah.
genre, like the Warp Tour of that time, of
Hmm.
the early Warp Tour bands and stuff. Now it just seems to be what is it? Hardcore kids nowadays. If it's
Yeah,
not the hardcore scene or the deathcore, there you go.
yeah,
Deathcore, like Paleface Swiss and stuff. I'm surprised stuff ain't came. Well, they're Swedish or whatever, so they don't care what they do. But like it seemed like deathcore was just every left and right was either abuse or
hmm
underage or
yeah. Franz caught some shit
yeah, he
for a
did.
while, and
Yeah, he did.
that whole tour package just fell apart
Yep.
with Oceano, and I forget who else is on that bill.
The
Um,
farewell tour or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, because I know my boys. See, the boys from Filth, we actually know those dudes.
Mm,
Like we've played shows with them. They're good dudes. They're local to us. They're like North Carolina, we're South Carolina,
mhm.
and so like it was like so to see them where they're at, like going out with Oceano. I know Oceano went through all that shit with the graphic designer,
Yeah,
but I was still just so happy for my boys in Filth. I was like, man. I was like, that's a shitty ass move by Oceano. Don't get me wrong. I
yeah,
was like, but I'm still happy for my boys in Filth. They're still getting out there on sold out shows.
yeah, dude. I felt bad for Oceano for a minute, and
Yeah.
then Adam came out and said all the shit that he said, and I'm like, God, you're kind of an asshole, dude.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I get it. I totally get it. He doesn't want to be consumed with like the fans and being told what and what not to do on their farewell tour, but to basically say he can't wait to get away and live a life without fans and all that shit, I'm like, ah,
Yeah.
man. But don't forget who put you here. Don't forget who
Exactly.
made you a name, dude.
Exactly.
You
It's like
don't have
Ronnie
to.
Radke. I don't see how he's got fans.
Yeah, well,
Like I don't like for a while I didn't understand how Franz had fans. Like because he was kind of douchey.
yeah,
Like for a minute there I was kind of like, God, this guy is an asshole.
Hmm.
But like he's turned over, like a new leaf, kind of sort of. Like I think he let down the drugs or the alcohol, something,
Yeah.
and he just and so like I don't see how these dudes like because I feel like I want to believe that if I ever came into that kind of money and stuff, I'd still be the same person. I'd still be as humble as I possibly could be because
Sure.
I know that I'm nothing without people listening to us. Because
Hmm.
I would just be another guy in his basement or his garage writing music that he likes,
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it's what I like. I write what I like, and so the fact that people like that is fucking so cool. That's like the coolest thing ever, and like but like for Ronnie Radke, just I guess he was already so famous it didn't matter. It was like it doesn't matter if he's an asshole. They don't care. They still love him.
So with Ronnie, he already had Falling in Reverse. He already
Yep.
had the fuck is the other band?
Oh man, if you wouldn't have asked, I was thinking of it before you said it because they're still touring.
Yeah. Yes,
Situations.
exactly.
God. Escape the fate.
Yes.
There we go.
So he started Escape the Fate, went to
Yep.
jail, then
Oh yeah.
started Falling in Reverse, and like they kind of sounded exactly the same for a
Yeah.
long time, and it wasn't until recently where he made it heavier. So like,
Yeah. And the rap stuff was a lot better and all
yeah.
that. Like, I didn't know Ronnie could spit like that. I'm not discrediting him and his talent by
Hmm.
any means. It's just that I just don't see how you can be such an asshole and still
Right,
have people like you.
right, because he is a world-class prick.
Dude, he's such a douche. Like just seeing him pop up in my feed, I'm like, I keep scrolling. I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't give a shit what you got to say, bro. I was like, write a song, Music Man. Write a fucking song. I'll listen to that. Unless it's with Jelly Roll. Fuck that shit. I didn't like that shit at all.
No, you weren't down with
Oh my God. Oh my I'm not a Jelly Roll fan. Like
that.
it's just I liked his when he was a hardcore rapper. I thought
Hmm.
that was cooler. I thought that was better for him, but you got to go where the money is, and I fully get that. Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't ever want to discredit somebody because I want people to eat. It's just not for me. When it's, somebody save me, it's like let me get some tattoos on my face or Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
Teddy Swims a way better singer, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I love that man.
Teddy Swims is a phenomenal singer.
He sold the fuck out too, but I love him. He's fucking great because he used to be in metal and shit like
Yep.
that, and now he's like bad dreams. He kills it.
So, in that little grouping of people who sold out,
Yes.
Post Malone sold the fuck out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, he was fucking wacky before he made White Iverson and shit. He was that
Yep.
little weird white boy in the all white room with the
Yeah.
little weird wave cap on and stuff.
Post,
Right, like what was it, Love Song or something like that? That was terrible.
I heard Post used to be a metal singer before he got into rap, even.
Oh man, there's a video of him somewhere. It was like an interview. I think Jared Dines might have been there or something.
Hmm.
I can't remember, but it was somebody else with a big name, and like they were on a bus or a plane. It was just very close encounters, and he was sitting there like screaming to the plot in you. I think
Oh
it was
wow.
it was something like that, and he was, or maybe it could have been no, it was that old deathcore band I think as Blood Runs Black possibly.
Oh wow.
But it was heavy, and he was like rah, rah, or he was singing it, and like or like chant like wasn't screaming it, but like singing the words
Yeah.
normally. But like he knew all the words and stuff, and so like he was a metalhead. He was all this. Another one that sold out. What was that? Or he's not even around anymore, so you can't count it. God, he had that. Oh, what was it? Bitch, you guessed it. Woo! It was a rapper. He was a black dude. You was motherfucking right. It was. But I remember seeing an interview with him, and he's like, I used to be in a hardcore band before I did this shit. He's like, I'd get up on stage, say one word, and throw that mic to the back of the room, and then I'd make my way to it. And then he made it famous with some terrible mumble rap song. And so like you got to follow the money. Like I
Yeah.
sit here and say that I wouldn't change my style, but if somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, what if you did a soul song and that hit?" Then I'd probably do some soul music.
Yeah.
I'd still want to do my metal and shit like that, but I would probably still do. I get it. I get why they do it.
So, you know what's funny? We're talking about Jelly Roll and where he used to be and shit.
Yeah,
I found out about you guys because of Blue Ridge Rock Fest in 2021.
that's awesome.
You were like I researched every band on there and I heard Let's Party and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to hear this shit live, dude."
Yes.
And then Jelly Roll was also on that bill.
Holy shit, he was. I forgot about that. You're right.
Jelly Roll was on that bill back when he was doing rapping still.
Yeah.
He missed his time slot due to like a bus incident, but they found him like another slot later in the day or some shit.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And I was like walking by and I got to see him. I was like, well, I didn't have to pay $400 for this one.
Yeah, because now it's outrageous to see him.
Dude, to say that I saw Jelly Roll on the side stage at a festival, like, and then a day later he was on stage with Shinedown
Dude,
and then
dude,
took off.
we okay, if you look back in Redefind history, we played a show in New Brooklyn Tavern in Columbia. And this is the old one. I don't know about the new one now because we don't play there now. But the old one, I want to say was the cap in that room was maybe 400 people, maybe. And we opened up for O Sleeper and Bad Omens.
Oh wow.
And now you couldn't catch Bad Omens in a room that big.
No.
Dude, if you look, it's so crazy because like they dropped the throne, you know, that song, and then like they were touring that album, and it was if you go back and look at that flyer, it's got like a ram's head or something, it was like a skull. And if you look at that flyer, you will see New Brooklyn or you'll see Columbia, South Carolina. We opened that show for them. And then, dude, they just fucking whoosh, just took off. I mean, no breaks. No breaks, dude.
Never forget Bad Omens is the band that complained about their logo being too small on a flyer and dropped off a tour.
They're fucking losers. When we played with them, I could tell that they were not my kind of people. Like, you know, like I said, I don't see myself if this new album just happens to just take the fuck off for some reason. I don't think it will because it's a pipe dream. Music, I was saying this the other day. Music is a fucking pipe dream.
Yeah.
It is so hard because it is not a lot of bands don't do the whole rock and roll thing anymore. Like it's a lot of pre-made mixes in your fucking board, no real amps. Everybody's like, "Oh, my back hurts," so I just carry a pedal that has my sound, and that shit doesn't sound. You know, it sounds good at some places.
Yeah,
but some places it's garbage, and so like it's weird to so I knew that they were not those kind. When I saw them and we tried to talk to them and stuff, they were just like the vocalist stayed in the van, didn't want to have nothing to do with nobody and all this and shit. And I was like, I can't do this. I could never be that guy.
No,
I want to play rock and roll and I want to meet if I have to be late to the next show or whatever on tour, I'm talking to every motherfucker in that building that wants to talk to me. Even if I'm like this, even if I got to write down, you know, so I can talk to them because I got to save my voice for the next show, whatever. I will write type it on my phone, you know, like I'll be in that building until it closes. I feel like I'd be that way. Even if it was a stadium show, that's why I could never play a stadium show because I'd want to meet everybody and it would just be impossible.
With with Bad Omens, I saw them one time and they opened for I think it was Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
And they just I mean half the crowd loved him, half the crowd hated him. I thought they were bullshit. I like
they are.
Not
I mean, he's a good vocalist. They got some songs, you know, but they're cookie cutter fucking Sirius XM octane radio shit. That's what they are. What Ice Nine Kills wants to be or was, you know, like I feel like because everybody wants to be Ice Nine Kills or Motionless in White,
right,
or Bad Omens now. You know, all of them want to have that sound of jugga 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 jugga, and it's just like it's cool when like I don't know, fucking. What was that band that got in that bus accident? It was cool when the Ghost Inside did that, you know, like it's just find something new to grab on. Like I think that's why rock and roll is in the state it's in now,
right?
Is because everybody wants that fucking those, like I said, those little fake foot pedal, those little that have the fake sound, and they play the backtracks. I'm not knocking on backtracks, but we don't use that shit.
Yeah, like
it is what it is. I wish we did sometimes because we could add some funny ass shit in there. And because you know, with the time in, you could have like little movie clips or something. It'd be great. But I have watched bands with tracks and shit like that. I have seen motherfuckers break strings, and I could not tell you they broke a string.
Yeah,
like it just the show sounded crystal still. I'm like, bitch, that ain't rock and roll. Not for me.
So with Bad Omens, dude, they played. I don't even know how many songs, but their last song was the only one where I was like, "Ah, shit, that was kind of heavy."
Yeah,
I was like, "Where the fuck was that for the last 40 minutes?" It might have been dethroned actually.
Dude, that shit was heavy as hell. That was a good ass song. I can't lie. But yeah,
Um,
it's mostly just
yeah, and
yeah.
like they put out Violence Against Nature with Poppy a couple of
Oh
years
yeah,
back, and like neither Poppy nor Bad Omens would be anything if not for TikTok.
100%.
They took off in the biggest way possible because of that fucking app.
Oh yeah,
But I don't think that they're this like stadium quality band or a festival headliner that people are making them to be. It's just that they put asses in seats, you
they do.
know, but they are
They,
as generic octane core as you could possibly get,
that is
you
the
know.
way.
At least with Ice Nine, they are amazing at their instruments, you know.
Their stage show is what got me. I saw them
Yeah,
live and like I wasn't a fan. I thought I was going to go into it and I was going to be a bigger fan coming out because I didn't know a lot by them.
yeah.
I don't even think I knew anything by them. And then like I watched the show and the stage performance and all that, the
Hmm.
theatrics and all that, I loved it.
Yeah.
But I really thought that dude was not singing at all.
Yeah,
Like,
Spencer,
cause dude,
he's got
they were crystal. Them
Mhm.
screams and shit were so fucking good, and I was like, this is not real. I was like, that cannot be real, because but if it is good, kudos to them. But
if
like, it
if
was insane.
if I ever found out that Spencer tracked his vocals, I can't say that I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, for the same reason. You watch them play, you listen to what they're doing, and it's like he's going from crazy highs to
Yes.
gutturals to
He'd be like,
perfect cleans.
like it's,
Yeah.
and they're crystal, dude.
And his transitions are immaculate. Like there's
Yes.
no wane on his voice. So like
Yes.
if I found out that he was doing this to a trap the whole time, I can't say it would shock me.
I watched them once and I was like, that has got because I hate being an artist now.
Yeah.
Like I hate how many shows that I've been the side stage guy for watching. Like
Right.
touring with bands that are big has messed me up
Hmm.
because like I see the ins and outs of it and stuff like that. And I was watching them and I was just like, that's got to be tracked. I was like, that is so pure. Like his singing is as loud as his screaming, and then like it's all perfect. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's got to be tracked. And if it's not, like I said, kudos to him. But
Yeah.
it was wild.
Yeah.
Very, he's talented.
Their stage show is incredible.
Oh yeah, the
I
axes and shit. I love it.
yeah. um yeah, it's just it's a trend that's happening now though with like the backtracks and shit. Like I get it to a
Yeah,
degree. But you should never be playing over your own instrument. Like if you want to add little nuances, like
yeah,
instead of hiring an orchestra, you could track like a fucking orchestra.
yeah.
Track
Do
like
like Slipknot? Have that guy back there programming,
yeah.
Craig or whatever. No, it wasn't Craig. Was it Craig? I think it was Craig.
Yeah, I think Craig
I
did
don't
all
think
the
it's Craig
samples.
anymore, but when he was
No,
running
Craig left.
samples, yeah, Craig left. So whoever have a guy back there that's like on cue hitting the button,
Right.
because your timing is going to change. Like, you're going to play fat, they're going to play sick too fast or
Yeah.
something. So, you got to have, your buttons here and there and stuff. And like, if we had, I feel like that would help us if we just got like a drum pad and just like
Mhm.
Dustin had like 4 to 6 little spots that with sounds that we could throw in there
Exactly.
because our timing is we change it like it's you're not going to get the same show every time. Probably it's probably going to be
Right.
faster or slower, like depending on how we feel that day and stuff, like because we don't play to clicks and stuff, and
But
like
that's dude, that's live music.
we
That's
love
the
that.
that's the best part about live music, dude.
That's it. That's what I
Like
want.
I I can always appreciate the shows that they're very structured, they're linear, they're right on a click, everything is
Oh yeah,
based on that because the show
choreographed
itself,
moves and stuff,
yeah,
yeah,
the show itself moves in a
yes,
performative way.
yeah,
But when it comes to like going into a bar, seeing a band just play, just like jam out, turn the amps up, man, like
yep.
fuck a track. I'll take that shit too, you
I
know?
love watching Head PE, man. That's one of my favorite tours that we've been on. Those guys, they play raw. I don't think they play to clicks. If they do, they're fucking spot on. Like I think they get up and they play their instruments and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and I would say they were probably one of my favorite tour mates. Was definitely those guys because they got up there and fucking rocked it out. Andrew W. Boss was great about it too.
Yeah.
They're not a big band like Head PE and shit. They're probably about our level, I'd say. But just whenever a band gets up there with real instrument, I remember being at the machine shop. This is crazy. We were at the machine shop with El Nino,
Oh
And
damn.
yeah, we were on tour with those dudes. And
What a fucking band.
dude, they're great. They're phenomenal. Great dudes. And we haven't talked to them recently, but or no, we toured with them last year sometime. It was with them, A Killer's Confession, and fuck, who was the other band? They're gonna kill me. It'll be all right. I can't remember, but it was like watching. Oh, it was Dropout Kings. That's right. Um, watching them do like I said, just watching the sideshow and stuff like that
Yeah.
has spoiled me. But like working with, I don't even think El Nino. I think El Nino does use clicks, but they're so on point, man. They don't use a lot. Actually, I don't know if they do because I
Well,
don't ever really remember seeing innards and stuff.
they have they have songs that definitely have tracks.
Yes, for sure.
Um,
But they
but I
got like
don't.
these, they got like stuff with like they got their whole drum line with stuff and all
Yeah,
that, man. They're so much fun to watch live, dude.
I just don't think that they're a band that plays to a track more than they have like samples that they use. You
Yes,
know?
they don't have I don't think they don't overdo it. They're one of those bands that they do use some tracks, I think, but it's just for like opening of the song or the
Yeah.
ending of the song, and to keep them on time with the click.
Yep.
But other than that, they don't really. I don't think they really stray off the path with too much over. I haven't seen the new vocalist yet, but I don't think they're overdoing anything now. I think they're still pretty close to rock and roll, like old fashioned rock and roll. Excuse me.
So by the time that this interview comes out, I'll have already announced it, but I threw together like I'm doing this podcast, obviously.
Yeah,
I threw together like a group of my friends. We're gonna cover a bunch of Linkin Park songs on stage. And
awesome.
it's the first time I've ever played with like any sort of sampling ever.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
fucking difficult, man.
I bet it is, man. Having to stay on, you got to stay on. Like you can't. That's another reason I think we don't like doing it is because our drummer Dustin,
Yeah.
he's so afraid of fucking up that
Mhm.
he's like, I cannot play to a click, man. He's like, I want to play what if I fuck up, then I can bring myself back. But with that click in your
Right.
ear, it's like, oh shit, where am I at? Like which measure and stuff,
Yeah,
and
it's
so I
easy to
could see,
panic.
I could see it, I could see myself panicking with it, and I'm the vocalist, and I got nothing to do. But that's cool that you're doing that. I get to in December, me and our bassist, Drew, get to
Mhm.
play with three guitarists and a drummer and get to do a bunch of Aussie covers.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, they hit us. This guy that owns this dive bar around here,
Mhm.
hit us up and he's like, "Hey," or he hit me up and he's like, "I'm putting together this Aussie thing," and I had commented on a post that he put up. I said, if I was like, if you do anything, I want to do. I never want to stop.
Hell
Oh
yeah, dude.
my and so and like because I knew nobody was gonna want to do that song because everybody's like Iron Man,
Right.
NIN, all the big songs, and I
Mhm.
was or the older songs, because that's still
Right.
technically new Aussie, I guess, and or newer Aussie, even though
Yeah.
it's like 20 years old.
Right. That's like
And
2007 Aussie.
yeah, it's like 15 years old, man. But like I was immediately on that post and he messaged me about it and he's like, "You really want to do this?" And then I kind of got lumped in to like doing like 5 or 6 songs. And
Oh,
so I'm
cool.
pumped about that, dude. Like it's weird for me to learn other people's songs like because I was never a big like Aussie, like I said, the 80s and stuff, I was never big into it.
Yeah.
But I knew my roots. I knew the hits, the classics, but like hearing like Thunder Underground and fucking Miracle Man
Yeah.
and Planet Caravan, dude. I cannot wait to do these songs. Like the cover song, it's gonna be awesome. Which
Yeah.
songs are y'all doing by Linkin Park?
Uh,
If you
we're
can say, if
doing.
you can say.
I'll give you a couple. I want to
All
leave
right.
a few for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
Leave it a little open. Give me like two. Give me like two.
Well, the most I guess deep cut we're doing is Figure 9 off of Meteora.
That's such a sick song. That's a good one.
um, I wanted to make a push for like high voltage, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
my other guy was like, "Oh, we should do Carousel." I'm like, dude, these are like that's fucking 2001 deep release shit that like I
yeah.
don't know how many people are gonna know, but
Yep.
we're doing the hits,
Of course, of course. I figured
but
it once you said one, I was like, I already know you're gonna do shut up when I'm talking to you. I can't remember
oh,
the
of
name of it, of
course,
course.
one
And so
step
I was like,
closer.
yeah, I was like, we'll take those two. You can leave the rest as a mystery. I love that one song, Graffiti decorations
Yeah, dude.
under a sky of dust. Dude,
That's one of my favorites.
dude, that I want to cover that one so bad. Now I find myself in question. That's such a good song.
Hey man, if you ever want to collaborate on that,
Oh man, if you could send, dude,
I'm
I
so
record
down.
everything. I record a lot of stuff right here. So like, if you ever had like the music for it, I'll
Yeah,
gladly lay vocals over that shit. 100%. If you can get your little
yeah.
band, not your little band. I hate saying that shit. If you get your group together and like fucking put something into some like some stems and can send them to me, I'll cover the shit out of that, man. We
Yeah,
can do
dude.
that all day, or any songs really. If you ever just want to throw some shit together, like if I can find the time to sit down and record it,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'm working on a song with the ex drummer for Killer's Confession right now.
Oh,
Or
nice.
yeah, the his name was Kegan King. He was like he's not the first drummer for Killer's Confession, and now they've
Yeah.
got Little Dan from Mushroom Head and shit. But when we were on tour with them, I connected with this dude, and so like him and James, they're no longer in the band, but I
Hmm.
fuck with these dudes heavy. And Kegan sent me this song, and it's like this like trap new metal. Like it's got like sample, like it's crazy what he sent me.
Damn.
And so like it's got parts that are gonna be like almost ghost mainish, like the whole
Okay.
like it's gonna be sick, man. I can't wait to like lay down on some vocals on that. So like I'm always down to collab. And I don't do the whole charging thing because that's fucking dumb. I'm not big enough. I ain't worth a shit. I never do that. I just want to make music and I want to put it out there and hopefully that shit hits, and we all make a little dollars off of it.
I think that's funny too, is that there's it was a thing before COVID. So like before that there was like a hustle
Yeah,
where I truly understood like, yeah, people are charging for shit.
yeah,
There were so many bands out there of bands that were like slightly above the local level that are like, yeah,
yeah,
I'll go on your song for $200, $300. I'm
yeah.
like
What
fuck
the
you,
who the
will.
fuck are you? Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I got a featured X page, that when that shit was popping off, I made a featured X page and I was like
Yeah,
$300. If that's for some stranger that just goes on that page and is like, oh, I like this guy. Yeah, hell yeah. And
yeah,
doesn't know me personally. If you're going to pay that 300, fuck yeah. But
yeah.
like me and you sitting here talking, I'll do music all day. I love that shit.
Mhm.
Like if I find time to sit down and do it and not play video games or be with my kid or work or my wife or, like I will sit down and I love singing. It's my shit. It's like the one talent I was kind of blessed with. Like I don't think I'm the best, but I'm decent. And so like I this is what I was given and I hate it because I wish I was given like fucking rocket science,
Right.
brain surgery or give me something that I could have fucking used
Yep.
out there, and not a voice because everybody and their fucking mama can sing, for the most part. And
Mhm.
so it's just hard, and I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I thought about it the other day. I was like, man, I could have fucking spent this time instead of chasing this dream. I could have been in college doing this, or I could have worked harder at my culinary shit, and actually instead of being like a burger cook, I could do this and stuff. But I'm at my dad's. Well, my dad's passed, but it's his place. I'm there. I hope one day it's mine. If this music shit takes off, that's cool. If not, I'm gonna be a burger flipper until I die, until my kid takes it over, or until this place gets sold. Like if my stepmom doesn't keep it.
Yeah.
Like there's no telling what the future holds. But this is where my pops would be, and so I'm there. I'm not. I know a lot of people probably be like, "Oh, burger flipping and serving fries, blah blah." It's family shit. It ain't McDonald's. Like
Nah,
it's
man.
where it's at.
It's a hustle, dude. You gotta
Yeah.
like we said before, you gotta have something to supplement yourself. But
Yes.
dude, no shame in that. I was
Ah.
culinary for a long time and I got out of it because I couldn't do it anymore.
It's
You know?
crazy how most music people are in that shit in the fucking
Yeah.
food industry. It's crazy.
I went to school for it and
Hell
I
yeah.
was very disillusioned by what I
Yeah.
thought the field was gonna be.
Yeah.
By the time I got into an internship, I was like, all right, this might be just one bad experience. It might
Yeah.
not be like this everywhere. Dude, it sucked
Yeah.
everywhere I went.
Yeah.
Without fail, everywhere.
Short
But
order is the way, man. Like the way I
yeah,
am now with the short order cook shit, like it's so much better. Those corporate jobs and shit like that, man. Even the ones like Chili's and Outback
yeah,
Steakhouse and shit, eat my ass. I hate that, dude. Like it's what everything's in a bag and microwaved in those places
yeah,
and stuff like that. Like you're like if you really want to do some culinary shit, you got to go into like not a family owned place, but something that's not like a chain.
yeah.
And like and then on top of that, you're making somebody else's stuff. It's never like
Right.
you putting your shit to it unless you want to open your own thing. you know, and like it's like, hey, you got to make it this way. Yeah, you got to do it this way. And you try to show shit, and they're like, nope, you got to
Hmm.
do it this. It's like, but
That
no,
was
nope, no,
that was
but
the exact problem I was having. Is that like it was advertised to me that culinary is a field where you get so much creativity and you kind
yeah,
of have so much freedom. And it's like, no, if you're not cookie cutter, like
uh,
you're not gonna be what they want.
no, you got
And
to
just
find the place for it. You
yeah,
know,
and just as quickly as you get there, you're out the door. So like
yeah.
it's a high turnover field. If you could find something in it that you love doing every single day, man, there's no shame in like just flipping burgers because I would take that
Yeah.
over any of the shit that I had to deal with. And I'd probably still be in it if I found something like that that I
Oh
actually
yeah.
love doing, you know?
This shit's easy as fuck. Like I hate it when we're busy as balls to the walls, you know.
Yeah.
I got the whole mad face, nose to the grindstone, you know. But like I said, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, man. This is where my pops would be, and it's like I kind of put this together the other day. I was like, why do I want this fame so much with
Hmm.
music and people and shit like that? And it's like my dad owned a restaurant in a small town. Everybody here to this day, even though he's been gone 6 years, everybody still knows this fucking man, you know, like they
Yeah.
know that restaurant, they knew him. And I feel like that went over to me. And I was like, I want to outdo my old man, you know, like he got a city. I want a state. I want a
Right.
country. I want the world, you know, like I want everybody to fucking know me. And I wish I could turn this shit off, man, because entertainment is fucking hard,
So,
especially now.
you know the beauty of that though is that you are a small town guy, but if you do hit it big with something, I don't think that you're going to be the kind of guy that's going to change from that small town mindset.
I
I
don't think
think
I
that
could,
you'd
man.
you'd always be the guy who's going to go and flip burgers on Monday, dude.
Yeah.
Like you seem very humble. You seem like the kind of guy who's just always going to be about, helping the family, helping the community. Like,
I've been a shitbag, you know. Like I did that. I did that in my like early 20s. My shit for that. When I was like 17, I moved out 16. I moved out of my mom's house, and like from 16 to probably shit 27, 28, just a real shitbag. And like I've done things that like nothing terrible that would ever come back, like with the shit you see on like that we talked about earlier. Nothing ever like that. But
yeah.
just not a good dude. Like I didn't give a fuck about anybody but me and stuff. And like
Hmm.
now that I've got a kid and I've experienced that, like having a love that is just beyond me. Like I used to be so self-centered, even when I was just married, not having a kid, you know. I
Hmm.
was like, whatever, you know, I love my wife, but whatever, bitch, you know, it's all about me, you know. And so like I think me having a kid really, really straightened me out more than anything because like it's just I never knew a love like that. I mean, not saying my
Yeah.
parents didn't and stuff. Like my mom loves the shit out of me. I know that. My dad did too, but my mama fucking loves me too much. And so like I feel that. I see why she's tried to do the things she did. And so I'm trying not to do those same things because I don't want
Hmm.
my kid to like go through this. I don't want like trial and error. I'm
Yeah.
so afraid of my kid going through that because I've fucked up so much to get where I am. Like you
Hmm.
have to fuck up to learn,
Hmm.
and I hate that because I hate that I brought him into that. Like because that shit hurts. That shit sucks. But it's just like I said. That's what's made me how I am now. Like I realize like this is not who I want to be. I know we weren't going to talk about religion, but like the heaven and hell shit, I don't give a fuck what's after life. I
Hmm.
want to be remembered. I want people when I die, people be like, he was a cool ass dude. You know, he was a
Yeah.
good ass dude, and that's it. That's all they got to say.
Yeah.
He was a good ass dude, and then they could go talk about coffee or something. You know, I mean, yeah. And then just as long as they were just like, he was a cool dude. Yeah, and I don't want that. That's what I want because I know there's probably people that still to this day, even though I'm not that guy anymore, they're like, no, fuck that guy. I'd never listen to his band and shit. Now, fuck him. You know, like I get it.
Yeah, but those are the people that you leave in the past for a reason, you know?
Yep,
They're the people that are
100%.
never going to matter in your future.
They're dwelling on the past. Fuck that. We're
Yep,
here now. I've tried to
exactly.
make amends, and if you can't take that, you know, it is what it
That's what
is.
it's all about, man. Like you got to rise above the bad shit. And if you're brave enough to say, "Hey, I fucked up. I know
Yeah,
that I fucked up. I'm
yep.
sorry for that." Like you're already the better guy. Like they don't
You
have
got to
to
be.
accept it, but you're already above that, you know?
I don't see
Um,
how people get away with not doing that. Like I feel like a shithead. Like I said, when I said little group, I don't like that shit because like it's not me putting anybody down, but I've also seen TikToks and shit like that of people being like, "Don't let them demean you," and like I never want to be that guy because I
No.
know how it feels. Like this up here,
Hmm.
like this tells me all the time how fucking shitty and worthless I am, even though I try to do good, you know? So
Yeah.
like I don't want to put that out in the world on
Hmm.
anybody else for anything. Like, I'll keep it up here and lock it down, and nobody's ever gonna get that from me. Like there's no way. I can't. There's too much negativity in this world,
Yeah.
and this life is too short, and because like I mean I'm almost 40. I never thought
Yeah.
I'd make it this far, dude. Like it's wild.
Yeah. It's yeah, man. It does go way faster.
As you
The
get
you
older,
know, yeah.
it speeds up.
You find yourself judging your year or gauging your year by like, all right, it's New Year's. And then in 3 months it's gonna be spring. And then, May is Memorial Day, and that's only 2 months away. And then after
Yeah,
that, 2 months later is 4th of July, and then we're basically in fucking December. Like
yeah,
when you realize like your year is based 2 to 3 months at a time, and then it's done,
yep.
like it's like, yo, we got to do something to slow this shit
Holiday
down.
landmarks and shit, man.
Yeah,
Like
fill that shit with like birthdays and important dates. It's like, oh man, there's no time to stop and breathe anymore. It feels
no,
like,
it feels like constantly on the go.
But I do want to ask you because we're talking about you know who you were before Redefined, before you
Yeah,
found your carving in your life.
yeah.
What made you decide music is what you want to do?
Man, it's always been a part of my life for
Mm,
sure. And I don't really like I couldn't tell you a defining moment. Actually, I probably could. I This is weird. I watched like I said I was 87 baby.
hmm.
And so like I came up in the time of pop.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Hmm.
Like he was the only artist that you really saw on TV and stuff like that. Or not the
Yeah.
only, but like
One of very
everywhere,
few.
everywhere, man. Like he
Hmm.
was everywhere, and he was on it. And this is one of those things where it's regardless of the allegations and shit, you
Yeah.
can't take away that man's past because that man
Hmm.
was a fucking unit.
Yeah.
Like he was the biggest of big. And I remember, man, I remember praying back when I was a kid to like meet Michael Jackson. Like that's where my mind went because like I was just such a big fan. Like I couldn't see myself wanting to meet anybody nowadays. I mean, it's cool.
Right.
Yeah, because we're all human and shit. And I
Hmm.
see that now. But as a kid, he was a superhero almost. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of him, like seeing how he was so known in like Germany and like Uruguay and all these
Yeah.
places, he'd go somewhere and it would just be thousands of people just there for him. Nobody, no
Hmm.
openers, no nothing, Like it was just that. Like they don't make them like that anymore.
You
There's nobody like that.
see people passing out and shit when he
Yeah,
gets on stage.
dude, just he gets up there. I remember watching a video with one of
Hmm.
my best friends. He gets up on stage and he stands there for 5 minutes,
Yes.
and there are people dropping, just fall. There's a dude in a
Dude.
wheelchair getting passed over the crowd, and just out in the wheelchair. It was
I,
wild.
I think he did that shit at the Super Bowl too.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
Everywhere he went, people were fucking fainting. I mean,
but
Prince had a lot of pull like that too. Prince would make
he
people
did.
faint as well.
Yeah.
That's probably for different reasons though. They were dehydrated. That man was a sex symbol. But like I think Michael Jackson was probably like that's one of the first key memories I have is like seeing that, and I was like, I want that.
Mm,
I want that. Like I want that many people to love me, or at least feel like they love me. I don't know why, because like I said, my parents didn't ever like they loved me. I got my ass beat when I deserved it, and I deserved it a lot. And sometimes maybe I didn't deserve it as hard as I got it, but it made me who I am,
hmm.
and that's past trauma shit. But like, I knew that they loved me still to this day, and so it's not like I didn't get enough love because you hear that all the time. Oh, they
Yeah,
didn't get enough love as a kid, so they got to act out. And it's
right.
like I don't. It's like I took the acting out like from fighting and like my anger issues and all this and stuff, and like I put it all into music because it lets me get it out. Because like I could sit here and get to talking to you and make myself cry just by like thinking, like if I think too much and shit, I will bring myself to tears just thinking about shit or
Yeah.
talking about shit. And so like I put that into music now because it's got to have an outlet. And like it's crazy because like I can tell when we don't, like this year has been rough, and I feel like it's because the lack of shows that we've had, and because I don't get that outlet that I need, and I didn't realize I needed it this bad, and so like there'd be some days I'd wake up and like Sunday is our practice day,
Yeah.
and it's like 45 minutes down the road for me, and I would just be like, I don't even want to go, you know, like I was just so, and like it was almost like a depression, you know, and but then I'd go and I would feel so much better just like getting it out of me, because you got to have some kind of outlet, whether it's writing, reading, watching TV, fucking going for a drive, singing, playing guitar, drums, something. You got to have something, because not everybody. Some people are fucking monsters that don't ever think about killing themselves for some reason, you know? So like some people are just wild and don't have that. So good for them.
Yeah.
But for people that don't have that shit, we got to have something to like get it the fuck out, because like I said, like you know this as a man, it's not cool to cry, like it's and so like and it gets to the point where it's just like you got to have some kind of outlet for it, because and if that is sitting by yourself and crying because you don't want nobody else to see, you got to do that shit. I remember when my dad passed, I was cleaning that kitchen and just fucking bawling my eyes out, you know, like just because nobody was there. I was getting that shit out, because you got to in some kind of way. Like I said, the manly way to do it is in the shower when nobody can tell if it's water or not. But and so like music, I think, really helped me with my anger issues, honestly. Because I remember in middle school, because like I started a band. My first band was probably when I was 14. And I probably fought up until then. Like I remember going to therapy for it and stuff like that. Like, and to this day, like I remember my mom telling my wife the other day, she goes, Jason, which is my brother, she's like, Jason doesn't show any emotion. Jordan cannot control his emotion, you know, and it's so true. I wish that I could be like my brother sometimes and just not show any of this shit, but like I can't. Like I've cried on stage in front of people. I've cried on my podcast, or not my podcast, my streaming before and shit like that. Like it's just, if I feel it, there's shit, some people just blow me away with their kindness sometimes and stuff. Like that was the streaming thing. But like just or some people's reactions and stuff. Like when I hear people singing our shit out there, like there's like, you can tell when I feel it at a show, because like if the mic goes down at a part that it usually don't go down at, it's just me vibing with the crowd, listening to them hit notes that I never thought, or hitting words that I never thought they knew, you know, because everybody knows choruses and shit like that. But if you're like in the middle of a bridge or a verse still singing those words, that shit fucking, like having 5 or 6 people do it, not just one, but like a crowd just doing it, man, that is better than sex. It's better than anything, man. And I hate to say that, because I know my wife's like, you son of a bitch, but man, having people sing your words back to you, that is insane.
You know, it's one thing to be in sorry,
you're good.
It's a little fucked up.
I get it.
It's
I get
one
the
thing.
same shit.
Yeah, I'm just getting over a brutal cold.
Ugh.
Yeah,
seasons change, man. It just started getting cold.
Yeah. We were fucking 85 last week, and then on Sunday we got down to 58. I was like, oh, dude, God, I can't do this.
It's like 60 degrees right now outside, and I was just like, man, motherfucker, it was 95 last week. Like, what the hell happened? I'm surprised I'm not sick as fuck right now, because that shit messing me up. Give me a week. I bet I'm gonna be fucked.
This is me better. I did an interview last night too, and I was like stopping my camera, like coughing. I was like,
yeah, nose all packed in and stuff.
Yeah, man, it was brutal. But it's one thing to be in a band on a local level, and you have that song that resonates with your community, and it's like, oh, that's cool. People know our shit.
Yep.
It's something else when you write something that people take actual meaning in, and they're like, no, this hits deep with me.
Yeah.
Like, this is more than just a cool song that everyone likes. Like, your lyrics actually did something for me.
Dude, that did not happen until I was with Redefind.
Really?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Like, I wrote, there's 2 songs that resonate with people the most, and that's, I said Helping Hands almost. No More Heroes, because it's about my father, and This Is Fine. And, like, I didn't realize my words had like this much power, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't when you're up there, you don't think people really give a fuck, like, you know, because they've seen this before and stuff. But like I remember Blue Ridge Rock Fest.
Hmm.
Some lady come up to me, and this was one of the first times I'd ever heard this, and she's like, boom. She pulled out her dog tags, and it was like, this was my grandpa's. And cause like she's like, cause in the song I was like, I carry you around my neck, talking about my father, cause I
Hmm.
keep him all the time. My little music note. Oh no, you can't see shit. But I got a little chain
Yeah.
underneath here, but he's always with me. I never take it off. And so I wrote a song. I carry you around my neck. I buried you in my chest. And I never thought about other people wearing their family members and shit around their necks, you know,
Yeah.
like dog tags or their actual ashes and stuff like that. And so like having people I set myself up for failure with writing shit like this because like I'm such an empath that I feel when people hurt, you know, like
Hmm.
I feel it. I know that sounds weird to some people, but like like when my friends hurt, I hurt.
Yeah.
And so like having these people come up to me on the verge of tears kills me. Like I
Hmm.
should have never wrote this shit. Like I love that I did because it lets me get it out, but I never thought it would ever like because other shit I've written before never really fucked with people.
Hmm.
And then like I started writing really deep shit like this, or not deep, but like just shit that I think about like
Yeah.
on the regular. I think there's this new album with the song called Thoughts. I think people are really gonna fuck with that one because it kind of goes on the same basis of no more heroes and
Hmm.
this is fine. It kind of goes into the whole mental health thing, and it's like these are things that people think like it's not just me. I know that it's not just me, and like there's probably I think there's one or two songs on there that touch into it, and it's just like I just want people to know that I see them. You know,
Yeah.
you're not by yourself. Like there's one thing David Draymond did at this Disturbed concert. He's like, raise your hand if you've ever thought about killing yourself, and he's like, now look around, see, you are not alone in this. And I
Hmm.
thought that was Disturbed gets shit on now because of him signing bombs and all that,
Yeah.
but dude, that was such a meaningful thing when he said that shit. Like it was so, and I thought about it, and I was like, "Damn, I wish I've thought of that shit." You know, I'd say that at my shows. Like it really touches.
It's that's one thing I will say for you for Redefined, you guys, I mean, you see a lot of bands on Facebook and Instagram and like they just post shit for traction and that's all they're posting for is like
Yeah,
this is your daily post and we don't give a fuck about who's commenting on it.
yeah,
I've had more conversations on your just comments and shit with you guys and I'm like, man, they really just they care about the people that care about them.
we do.
And that's such a cool thing to see because like it's such a foreign thing for so many bands to like, yeah, it's good for engagement if you comment back once in a while, but I look and you guys are commenting on every fucking person that
We
comments on
try.
you. If I like I've messaged you about the podcast, I didn't think I was gonna get an answer, but you guys answered me within like an hour about it.
Yep.
I was like, shit, man, like these guys genuinely, as people, care about your fans.
This is
And
what we
that's,
want. We know, because like we're at the end of the day, we're fans, man. Like we
yeah,
watched other people do this shit, and like when I think about how, like, okay, let's take Limp Bizkit because that's probably
right.
one of my biggest influences. Like Fred Durst, whether you love him or hate him, that man is a fucking genius. You know,
He
he has
is.
made a name for himself throughout the years, and so like seeing how big they are and shit like that and like and I know that if I messaged them or if I commented on something and they liked it, I
Hmm.
would probably be like, holy shit, I'd screenshot it and make a post about it, you know? I'd be like, Limp Bizkit saw me, you know? Or, you know, and even though they don't give a shit probably, because it's just and it's probably not even them, it's probably some other,
Right.
marketing person, but it's it sets off some kind of melanin, no, not melanin, melatonin and serotonin
Yeah.
and stuff. Like it is
The
good for
happy
the
juice.
yes, the happy juice. There you go. Melanin is for the skin juice. But it's just I know how I would feel if one of my favorite bands messaged me back or commented back, even
Yeah.
if it was a stupid GIF or whatever,
Right.
like, and so I don't know if we're like, and when I say that, I don't think we're anybody's favorite band like that because it's weird for me to think that because I'm in the band, but because it's my favorite band. But and so like, but I know how people. I never want to lose that connection. It goes back to me being like, I could never do a stadium show because if 80,000 motherfuckers there want to talk to me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand in line or I'm gonna stand at that single file line and be like, what do you want to say? have a great night, you know, and I'll be there for a day, 2 days, 3 days, you know.
Yeah.
But like I want, and a lot of it's Dustin too, because he's a gem when it comes to social media. A lot of
Hmm.
like 98% of social media is all him. Like our social media, it's all him. So if you
Hmm.
get commented back to, it's more than likely him. But we just want people to feel seen. We want them to know that, like, because we know how it feels. Like I said, like everybody, like I have it easy up here. I think
Hmm.
comparatively to other people, I got a pretty decent life, you know? So when I get down on myself, I'm like, I got a beautiful wife. I got a fucking loving son. I got a great job. You know,
Hmm.
hopefully this will be mine one day. I live in a house that's not paying too much for rent and shit. You know, like
Right.
things could be so much worse. And I've lived in worse because I was worse.
Hmm.
And so, like, and I still get down. So I know that the fragility of people, I guess, maybe,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be that on the internet or in person in general, like in real life. I want them to be seen, to be heard, and
Hmm.
to know that regardless of what they think or what other people think, they got a friend in me, like an old Toy Story, you know. Like I'm gonna
Right.
be there, like 100%.
I have this thing. You never know if you're gonna be somebody's favorite band
Yeah,
because every band is somebody's favorite band, you know?
100%.
There's people out there that would carve up their arm for Slayer.
Oh
People
yeah.
that worship bands like Napalm Death who really like don't have songs that really resonate like that. But like
What was that one song, Napalm Death? It's like 3 seconds.
you
It's
suffer.
like, yeah, yeah, suffer. That's awesome. That was a cool name drop.
Dude, the
You
best is see
suffer.
this is the best was seeing them do that live.
That's so funny,
I
dude.
was
I
like,
love it.
I was like, I wonder if they're gonna do it. There's definitely time in the
Oh,
set
they're
for it.
definitely
Like,
doing it. They're definitely doing it. They're like, you want to hear it again? You suffer. It's so punk rock for them to be so fucking death metal. It's
yeah,
so punk rock that they do that. I love that shit.
they're a very punky kind of band.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
But when you
like
were saying
they,
carving people carving up their arms for Slayer, I will
yeah.
say this. I will say this. I know one person. I don't know if we're her favorite band, but she does have our, like, it's I did it, you know. I put us on my knuckles, and
Hmm.
and Dustin put it on his forearm. This girl's got it across her kneecap. Like
Damn, dude.
she put the Redefind logo on her kneecap. And so, like, I don't know if we're her favorite band, but that shit right there,
Hmm.
that is one reason that I did put this on my knuckles. Like,
Yeah.
I know that I remember when I saw Saliva, the guitarist that is dead now. I remember when I saw him have saliva on his forearm. I
Yeah.
thought that was fucking stupid. I was like, that is so stupid to have your band's name on you. But I get it. I have done more with this band than I'll
Hmm.
probably ever do with any other band, you know? And let's say I did go to another band and we made it bigger, I still did my first real big shit with these guys.
Hmm.
And I don't see myself ever doing the whole little black square thing, like
Right.
blocking this out. This is something I want for my life because like we toured with Head PE, Il Nino, Dropout Kings, The Killer's Confession,
Yeah.
like which I relate to Mushroom Head, which I listen to. Like these are, well, not Dropout Kings, but all those other bands
Yeah.
I listened to way back when, you know.
Hmm.
And so it's just cool to, like, I've done the Blue Ridge Rock Festival thing, you know,
Right.
Texas Hippie Coalition. He used to be running dogs with the Pantera boys. Like that's cool as hell. I was never a Pantera fan, but that was cool. And so it's just I would never, like, so it's wild for me that she has it on her,
Yeah.
like just because we touched her that much, like
Hmm.
we meant something enough. And that is wild to me because like that's permanent, even though she could do the whole blackout thing eventually.
Yeah.
um but it's just wild to me that we resonate with someone that hard because of, like I said, of course at the end of the day I love our songs. I
Hmm.
love them all. And it's just wild to have someone like them that much, that resonates that much, that they're like, I'm putting their fucking logo on me. Like it was so, it still blows my mind. I never thought that I would have that kind of touch on anybody.
You never know how powerful your words actually resonate with people, though, dude.
Facts.
You know? Like to you, it could just be like, yeah, this is what's on my mind today.
Yeah.
But for someone else, that could be something else that's on their mind, and that was the song they heard that was like the difference between life and death, you know?
Yeah.
Music is incredibly powerful. And
I always tell people I want my music to save people like music saved me.
yeah,
Like I want people to hear me and feel like the first time I heard Bring Me the Horizon or something,
yeah,
like, or the first time I listened to a Blue October song because they're so
right.
deep and stuff like that. Like I want them to feel that, like that. I think any artist wants that, really. They
Yeah.
want their music to affect people the way the music affected them at one
Hmm.
point, whether it be in a good way or a bad way. Like,
Well, that's the ultimate pay it forward for a performer, you know,
yes, yes,
is I want to show you how much this did for me.
yep,
So if there's any way I can help, listen to this song, you know.
exactly.
Um, and I will say, like, I have two tattoos of two different bands on me.
Oh yeah,
I have Metallica,
awesome.
and I don't know if I can get it on camera, kind of sort of Machine Head back here. Ah, it's
Oh
really awkward,
wow,
but
what a
yeah.
throwback.
Yeah, let me
That's
see if I
awesome.
could. There we go.
There it is. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Um, the two bands that honestly meant the world to me, you know.
Yes,
And I can't say like I'm gonna do that for every single band,
of
but
course.
there are definitely more. Oh shit.
Losing camera. You started moving stuff, and there it goes. I know that feeling too well.
Yeah, my fucking ring light. I need to replace the screw on it.
I get it.
It's just kind of sliding now. Um, yeah, there's not every band that I would get tattooed on me, but like there's a few for sure that I could be like, yeah, you guys were a place and time for me that changed my life. And
100%.
you never know with the music you listen to, the happenstance of like turning on the radio and being like, yeah, I heard this song today, and it wasn't this one, but I listened to their album and like this one really resonated, you know?
Yep. Yep.
You never know, man.
It's it's
Especially
it's it's so cool.
if you're writing from an emotional place of a place especially of anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, like all these things that we all think about.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to be the thing that makes someone say maybe tomorrow will be better. You know,
Yeah.
it's
And that's what I want. That's essentially what I really want, because I even try to say this, like, because there's days where I'm not feeling it when I'm even up on stage, and then like I go into This Is Fine and I got to be like, hey, we about to talk about some real shit, y'all.
yeah.
You might not have thought you was gonna hear about this, but we're gonna hear about this tonight. And like, I love you. We love you. Fucking somebody out there loves you.
Yeah.
Like, please just know. And at the end of the day, whether if I strapped you to a fucking chair and I'm like, you're never getting out of here, you're not gonna kill yourself, blah blah blah. At one point, I got to let them out, and at
Hmm.
one point, they're gonna do it, whether you want them to or not.
Yeah.
And all I can do is, if and like I said, the one thing that I was given in this world was a voice. And if I could be the reason that someone held on just an extra hour, couple seconds,
Yeah.
I would that's my payment right there, because I know how it feels. I know how it feels to feel absolutely worthless. I know how it feels to not matter. Even if I do matter, you can still, like, I mean, like, people look at me like I am huge shit around here, right? Like, not everyone by any means, but there's some people out there that think that we're fucking killing it all the time, and we're fucking not, or at least I don't feel like we are. And like, I'm not always like, I might wear this gold and shit and try to be flashy as hell, but that's just because I don't like myself most of the time. And so, like, this is my chance to be I guess, another character, but
Yeah,
still be
dude.
me. Like, it's like a show, but it's not a show. It's also me really coming out. Like, I got your attention now with the screaming and the gold and all this and stuff. Now I want to tell you, you're you're fucking loved, whether
Yeah.
you believe it or not. Someone out there, whether it be one person or a million people, someone fucking out there is gonna be pissed as fuck and sad as fuck at hearing that that you offed yourself.
Yeah.
I used to do, when I did This Is Fine, whenever we performed it live, whenever I wrote it, I would tell people I wrote this song because I've had 13 people in my life commit suicide.
Wow.
13 people in my life that didn't think that they mattered enough. And it makes me sad and it makes me angry, because like, if they were here, I would hug them, but I'd also kick their fucking ass for doing this.
Right.
Like, why would you do this? You are a fucking amazing person. And then now, when I do that, I have to say 14, because
Yeah.
Adam Ramey from Dropout Kings, and like that That one hurt me a lot, even though I don't really know him. Like we toured with each other for a week, you know, and
Yeah.
we didn't even talk a whole lot and shit like that, you know, like we weren't the closest of friends. I'm not here to bullshit anybody, you know, but like I was a part of this man's life for a week. He was a part of mine, you know, uh, and he had worked with us in the past, like trying to help us like boost our YouTube and shit. So we
Right.
had been in workings with this guy. And then if you look at Dropout Kings, like from that little box you see on Facebook or Instagram and shit, they were killing shit. They're still killing shit, you know?
Right.
They're playing these huge shows and stuff like that. They're playing overseas, they're touring constantly, they're dropping new music. And from the inside or from the outside looking in, it looked so great. That's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be like Adam fucking Raimi up there, you know, trap metal god up there
Yeah.
killing this shit. And then he fucking kills himself. And that blew my mind. I was like, because I wanted to be where they are. I still do. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna try to front. I want to be as big as Dropout Kings. They're killing shit. And they're going on tour right now, and they're gonna this new album and shit, they're still gonna kill shit. They're gonna stick around for I think a long time, hopefully. And I just can't believe like it's like I said, I wrote that song and I said 13, now I say 14 because it's Adam, and it
Yeah.
just it's wild to me because he had like Dropout Kings is huge, or at least they looked huge, and but that just goes to show that it doesn't matter what you got going on, even if you think you're the hottest, the hot. Like look at the celebrities that do it. You know, they got money and all this, and they're still not happy.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
why it's sad.
you said one thing I want to touch on,
All right,
that you weren't born with many things, but you were born with a voice.
yeah,
So in this context, dude, so many people, everyone has a voice.
oh yeah,
Not everyone's got a voice, if that makes sense.
yeah. I get what you're saying.
You're a voice for those people who don't have a voice.
The voice for the
You know,
voiceless.
that's why I think it resonates the way it does, because you're saying things that people don't know how to say. You're saying things about situations that people don't know how to talk about, you know?
That gave me
And
chills. Sorry, that gave me like happy chills. That was cool. I mean, I'd never thought of it that way, man. I really didn't.
you're doing something that a lot of people don't have the courage to do. Myself included, man. I can't get up on a stage and even like tell a crowd to fucking mosh without shitting my pants. So
Yeah.
like
See, that's so
to
wild to me when I hear people do that because, like, it's always been like part of me. Like, I've always
yeah.
just wanted to be in the spotlight. Like, fucking look at me, you know, listen to me. And I don't know why. I mean, I think, like I said, that's cool that you put it that way because, like, that's what I want, man. That's essentially what I want. Fuck the money, fuck the fame,
Yeah.
fuck all that. You know, I want my music, our music, to fucking make a difference in someone's life, whether it be not whether it be. I want it to be a good impact. I want them to fucking feel. I want them to know that they are not alone in all this. Like I think, and that's one thing that I'm happy I started writing about this. Like actually
Yeah.
putting my thoughts in, instead of just trying to fucking write a song. You know, like let's party. Like yeah, it's got a great meaning to it, like about equality and shit like that. But at the
Yep.
end of the day, it's like let's party till we fucking die. You know, and it comes off kind of cheesy to people. Fuck them. I still love it. But
It's a great song, man.
I love it, and because like it's fun, but it's also got a meaning behind it and shit. And so, and I try to do that with every song. Like if you look at my old band, A Mile at Sea, like I
Mhm.
still tried to have some kind of meaning in there. Like I've always tried to tell some kind of story in some kind of way, whether it relate to uh fucking real life or a video game or something. You know, I've tried
Right.
to make it fuck because I say that because my old guitarist used to give me shit because I loved God of War so
Yeah.
hard. And he was like, "This song's about Kratos, isn't it?" Like he'd always about this song's about Kratos. And but it's just it's cool to hear it that way, man. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, it did give me chills because like I've always had a voice. I've always wanted to be heard, even if I'm not heard.
Yeah.
And I've never even thought of it as like people being too scared to say it or to say it in front of people or to say it at all, even to
Yeah.
themselves, you know? And I've never even thought of it that way. So that's really fucking cool.
Well, you know, it's a really, really difficult sentence to say out loud if you feel like you're struggling and you're slipping. It's really fucking hard to admit that.
Yeah.
To say, I think I need help. I think I need to talk to somebody. I think that I'm not okay.
Yeah.
That is a really profound thing when you get to that point and you have to say it out loud. Because not everyone gets to the point where they're like, I'm not okay. Some people just think that the answer is, yeah, I'm just
Just
gonna,
done. I'm
yeah,
checking out. Yep.
I'm out. And like, there's no thought process behind that. There's no encouragement for a brighter tomorrow. Because like, let's be real here. You could tell anyone who's having a panic attack, an anxiety attack, going through depression, you're okay, you're
Yeah.
fine, and that shit doesn't do anything.
Nothing, man. I
It
hate it.
makes
I
it
hate doing that.
worse. It
Yes.
makes it so much worse. It's
You'll be
like,
okay.
no, like, what if I'm not?
Yeah.
What if I'm not okay? What if I
That's
really?
immediately where my see. That's why I don't say it. That's another reason I'm like I try not to be like it'll get better, man. Like I know, like, but even when I do say that, I'm like
Yeah.
I know it doesn't seem like it right now, and it's easier said than done. But I swear to you, just stick it out. Like it'll get better. And it's hard
Hmm.
because like I know that when someone tells me that, I'm like, how do you fucking know? I could die, like, or
Yeah.
I could fucking, like, how do you know it's gonna be okay? Like, I remember when my kid was going in for like a surgery to have his tonsils removed. Bro,
Yeah.
I had heard a story 2 weeks before that where a 7-year-old girl died on the table, and my kid was like 6,
Hmm.
and it was in our town, like, or city or whatever, and she died on the table for her tonsils at
Oh
like
my
7.
God.
It was the anesthesiologist's fault apparently. She had some kind of or not their fault. It was a reaction that they didn't know she was gonna have.
Yeah.
It was just like a freak thing, right? And I was so like, and so people were just like, your son's gonna be fine. I was like, how you know? I was like, those parents probably thought their 7-year-old girl was gonna be fine. And so I get that. It's so hard not to be like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But like when I say it, I try to put more into it, even if it's like I gotta say it vocally instead of typing it, because you lose context in text. Like
Yeah.
you lose tone in text. Like you'll be like, yeah, that's fine, and somebody reads it like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So it's like the Key and Peele skit.
I was just gonna
Yeah,
say, I don't know if
yes,
you saw
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. That's what made me think about it. It's real, and that
Mhm.
I try, like, I even say it. Back at going to the whole me working at my dad's place. We're in a local restaurant, or not local restaurant, local city group, and
Yeah.
so people are in there, being assholes, and I got to be like commenting back to them and be like, I know that you might think I'm being a jerk by saying this, but my tone is lost in text. I promise you, I mean well. Like
Yeah.
you have to, and it's just it's 50-50.
Hmm. It's it really is a loss in translation.
Yep.
It doesn't go over well if, like, especially if you're texting someone.
Yeah.
It's like, well, are
You'll
you
be
okay?
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so tailored to, like, an LOL or smiley face or something. It's like you have to really enhance what you're talking about, otherwise
Yep.
people are gonna be like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then just spiral. It's like, no, dude, I'm trying to make sure you're good. Like,
Exactly. And
you
sometimes
know,
it's just good for that person to hear that someone else cares.
yeah.
Whether if you just message them and they're like, "Are you okay?" and they're like, "Not really," and you're like, "Is there anything I can do?"
Yeah.
And like that's all they really need is just to know that someone is there. And like that, and I can tell you that I've had many people hit me with that. I don't know what to fucking tell them. Like
Right.
when people are like, "Let me know what you need," and it's like, "Bitch, I need $1 million." Like, what the fuck? Like, I need my kid to be taken care of until he's goddamn 80 years old.
Right.
Like just things that run through my mind, and it's just like, it's just the thought that counts. Like just having someone be like, "Yeah, I'm here for you."
Yeah.
Like I know it's so cliche to an extent, but like if they're truly there, like if they can just sense it without you having to tell them, like that's the real shit. And but then
Yeah.
sometimes you do need someone to push you and be like, "Are you good? Like what's up? Like talk to me."
Yeah.
Just vent. And sometimes you need to do that. Hell, I've done that tonight. We've been here for almost 2 hours. And I realized that it's just a lot of me fucking just going off on shit. It's because I've been,
No.
like I said, in my head so much. I'm in it too much.
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
I appreciate your time.
No, man, I appreciate yours. I'm just
Yeah,
a
because
guy.
same here. Like that's me. That's to the end. I'm a guy that just happened to be in a pretty decent band. Like, but I got lucky with these dudes. I've enjoyed this whole ride. Like, I hope that if it stays where it's at now, I'm fine. If it got worse, I'm fine. Like I like what we've done and where we're at. Of course, I'd always love it to be more,
Oh yeah, of
but
course. Who wouldn't?
this is yeah, everybody wants that. But it's just been a cool, like, just a ride, man. That's
Yeah.
all I can call it. It's been wild.
You guys, obviously the first song I heard from you guys was Let's Party.
Yeah.
And that song that resonated with me because I thought it was such a fun song. It was such a good vibes, like nothing else matters. Let's just have fun together because
Yeah. And it
life's
was right
short,
around
man.
COVID too.
Yeah,
It was
oh God.
right when COVID came out. Right when it's like nobody can party right now, motherfuckers. Yeah. We didn't think about
So
that.
so when I heard it, it was 2021. It
Yeah.
was it was like right before Blue Ridge where I caught you
Nice.
guys.
Nice.
So there was that looming thought of like, yeah, there's still COVID, there's still all this bullshit happening in the world, but at least we don't have to worry about this forever. You
Yeah,
know? At least there's
exactly.
there's gonna be like something to look forward to. And that's what carried with me is that like, yeah, we used to have it pretty good beforehand, but then I think we were all like we were all equally humbled by that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's like now that we're not allowed to do anything, it's gonna make when we're allowed to be so much sweeter.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was, man. That festival was a fucking shit show. I'll be
Oh yeah.
very real.
Oh man, I've got stories about that place. Like we were there for days when we weren't supposed to be and shit. We weren't in the right area.
Really?
Like, dude, we were only supposed to be there the day we played, and that was Sunday. We were there the whole weekend. We
Oh
got to
my
go
God.
side stage everywhere. Like anywhere we wanted to go, we could go side stage. We could go get catering. Because we had the artist passes.
Yeah.
We were pretty much like, dude, I could have walked in there. I carry a black bag on me wherever I
Yeah.
go. It's usually got my gun on me.
Mhm.
I could have carried that in there, no problem, because no one ever searched me, no one ever nothing. And if I was a terrible person, I could have done terrible things. That's how bad that fucking shit was.
Yeah.
Like from that side, like, and that was from the artist side. Like they just didn't give a shit, you know. So I could only imagine what patrons went through, dude. Oh my god,
It sucked.
I bet it did. Because like I said, we got treated kind of good, so I can only imagine what the patrons got.
Yeah, day one, we all got there like kind of early. There was a shuttle that was taking everyone from the parking lot over to the field, and we're like, all right, that's kind of cool. We got a shuttle ride. Good
Yep,
start to the day. It's a long walk otherwise.
yep,
And then that night we had a shuttle back. And I was like, all
yeah,
right, that's pretty legit. Day two, there's no fucking shuttles.
nothing,
Nothing,
nothing.
nothing either way. So we got to walk like a mile and a half through this neighborhood to get there. And then we find out that like someone got hit by a bus or some shit the night before.
Yep,
So there's nothing coming back either. You have to meet them like a half a mile or three-quarters of a mile up the road, and then
yep.
they'll get you on the bus and take you to your lot.
It
It's
was
like at that
ridiculous.
point, walk the extra 200 feet to your car.
Might as well.
And then night three, there was nothing.
No,
There's straight up nothing. I
yeah,
was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm tapping out.
yeah.
But
It was a shit show, 100%.
yeah, and then distance from the gate to the farthest stage was like another mile.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
so
fucking
far.
awful.
Dude, it was like all the way for like you walk in the front gates, you got that one stage, and
Hmm.
then five other stages like the other way, like
Yep.
fucking way back that way. It was so crazy.
And they put the headliners on opposite ends.
Yep,
So they had like Spirit Box and Ghost Inside on that first stage, but
yep.
then they had like Shinedown, Lamb of God, fucking Rob Zombie, Trivium. Everyone else was on that far stage.
Oh
I was
yes.
like, man, that's such bullshit. And the way they
Yeah,
staggered that lineup, it's like you have to have a car to get
yeah.
from one side of that to the other in order to see the bands you want to see.
It was you had to get a good spot and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like you had to find yourself like middle every point of
Yeah.
every day. Otherwise
Like
you didn't see anything.
you had to leave one band like 4 or 5 songs in
Yeah.
and then start walking to the other one.
Yeah. That was a fucking mess of a festival.
Oh yes.
And like all the stories that I'm not quite sure if any of them were real, but like they popped out quickly enough about like someone had a baby in one of the porta potties and someone fell down like because the path that we had to walk at the end of the night had no lighting on it.
Yeah.
Um it went down like a little cliff and at the bottom of that cliff was railroad tracks.
Oh
And I
God.
heard someone fell down there and fell on the railroad tracks. Didn't die, but like broke a
Yeah.
leg.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But I'm just like, man, this shit's not fucking
It
worth
was
it.
terrible.
The lineup was so stacked. It was
Dude, it
so
was
good.
great.
But it's like, man, at what cost? Like, I'm not doing this again next year
No,
for
no,
fucking
it was
sure.
huge for
You know?
us. It was great for us. But yeah, I was like, could never do this. I mean, I would do it again. Don't get me wrong, as like
Yeah.
a artist, but like watching the patrons and stuff, no way. I wouldn't want no part in that.
Nah. Well, I mean, they're shut down now. They're never
Yeah, yeah,
coming
yeah.
back.
We went to the last one. Dude, we went to that last one and it was, dude, we got on the buses. We were about to go to the fucking place.
Yeah.
Like we had got, it was like the second day or something like that. And they like, because the first day went pretty well apparently, but then we got there the second day, and we got on the buses, and then they were like, whole thing's canceled, and they were trying to say it was because of weather. We
Yeah.
were sitting on the buses. I was looking around like, weather? What the fuck? I was like, there's nothing. And like, I just kept seeing updates on the internet, and like everybody on the buses was just like, this is fucking bullshit. And like,
Yeah.
apparently he's working with DWP now.
Oh God.
I think it's fucked. I think
This,
that's
this
fucked. Don't get me wrong, I'd play DWP Festival, but to like have Jonathan Sly under your wing now,
there's no way. I would
I
refuse
wouldn't
to
touch that
actually.
motherfucker.
I would refuse to believe that Danny Wemmer is working with John Sly.
From what I understand, the guys that just left, who was it? The guy and the girl, Ashley and her husband.
Hmm.
It was maybe his name was Danny too, or David. No, Danny Hayes, right? Yeah, Danny
Okay.
Wimmer and Danny Hayes. They were the two guys because Danny Hayes was the clown. Danny Hayes, clowns and confused, something like that.
Hmm.
Anyway, he was like part owner. He went on a live, and I want to say him and his wife said that Jonathan Sly has got some hand in it now.
Wow.
I don't know how. And you can't quote me on it because I'm not for sure. But like, but I was like, there's no fucking way I'd touch that guy. No
Yeah.
way.
No, he's a piece of shit, man.
Yeah, not a chance. Not a
He,
chance I'd do work with him.
It just for legal purposes alone, I don't know how
Yes.
anyone would take him on. He's
No.
such a liability.
He owes so many people money.
Oh yeah.
People deserve their money back,
Hmm.
and I don't see how the fuck they have not. Like, that's wild.
I know a few people that went to that last year, and I told all of them, do not go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, from personal experience, this shit is not worth what you're gonna pay to see. You're not gonna see half of.
Yeah.
And sure enough, 2-3 days get canceled. They lied about the weather.
Yep.
There was one instance where the weather apparently got really bad, but
That
they
was
told
the first night. Yeah, people lost tents and shit like that.
apparently they told the patrons that they're not allowed to take shelter.
Yeah. So whoa.
That like there was like apparently like a barn or something nearby that people were going into to take shelter, and they're like, you can't go in there. Like that's not ours. Like what the fuck are you talking about? There's a
Yeah.
natural disaster type
storm.
storm happening. Like
Yeah.
I'm going in the fucking shed. Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna tell me not to.
Shit, people. Shit show.
Like I'm
And then
sure
like the whole crew quit on them and stuff like that. That's the
Yeah.
real reason they didn't have a show. It wasn't because of the weather. It's because the whole crew. Like one of the guys, Tank was
Yeah.
a good dude. Tank ran our sound at 2021.
Yeah.
Tank was that dude, and he was there that year. And he's like, it wasn't because of that. He's like, it's because the motherfuckers we all left.
Yeah.
He's like, we weren't working for that shit. We had like one sandwich, you know.
So I don't know if you know who Tank the Tech is, the YouTuber.
I believe that's Tank. I believe that's the one. He
Ian
was there.
Roberts?
He's working it. If I'm not mistaken,
Huh.
I'm trying to think if
'Cause I know he's on tour with Electric Callboy.
okay. No, this
He's-
wasn't him then. I take that back.
Yeah, he's their tour manager. But
That's cool.
they did that year. They came out here to do that festival and shit.
Yes.
And
I had my facts mixed up. The tank that I thought it was
mhm.
not the one that there was a tank that ran our sound in 2021. That was
Mhm.
not the Tank the Tech guy. Tank the Tech's the one that said the people had just left, like the crew left and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a whole recap on the festival.
Oh yes.
And dude, that was scathing. But I was like, yo, this is exactly what needed to happen after 2021.
Yeah.
Like somebody with a voice like that needed to discourage this shit from happening ever again. because
Needed
it
to
was-
let him know what was wrong.
It was so dangerous in 2021, and it just got worse the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But now there's people who went 2023, and I'm sure that you're one of them, never got their refund, never got
Yeah.
a dime back.
My
for
wife
what they
never got
paid.
nothing back for it.
Yeah.
Was that the year that like Icon Pit Crew took over security because security left or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was
Like
wasn't that the year, the 2023? I think it was.
like the entire staff quit.
The
They had
entire
they
staff quit on the first day, or so, or the security did on the
Yeah.
first day. And so they got like these Icon Pit Crew people that are from
Mhm.
like Virginia and stuff like that to be. I think that was that the year. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they lost everybody almost immediately. And
Yeah,
I think they lost bus drivers. I think they definitely lost security. They definitely lost backstage people.
yep. They lost
Um
stagehands like crazy. I know that.
yeah. There's like nobody left. And
Nope.
the one thing
Serves them right.
yeah, honestly, man. Um the one thing that I mean I saw the whole video, but something that resonated for me with the Tank Attack videos, he said that Blue Ridge had them load in and they didn't have a spot for the trucks. And Electric Callboy's a headlining band, so they have like big monitors and
Oh
shit for
yeah,
their stage show.
they got semis, bro.
Yeah. So apparently the Blue Ridge response to that was, "Oh, we'll just, hold them down because we don't have any straps to keep them down and shit." And someone ended up like with a fucked up ankle. Someone
Yeah,
else almost got killed. Like it's so dangerous. And he said that they didn't get out of there. Like they had their drivers come back to take them out to the next show, and they weren't ready to leave yet.
I can believe it.
So the drivers are now standing around getting tired. And
Yeah,
dude, like it sounded like such a fucking mess. And that's just from like a tour manager point of view.
yeah.
I can't even imagine, man. Being a patron at that one, like
Like I said, we got on the buses and that was it. And then they were like, "Hey guys, you got to get off the buses. The show's canceled." And we were
yeah.
like, "What?" And me and my wife are easygoing people, so we were like, "This fucking sucks." But we got in our car and we drove home. We had a good time on the way up there, had a good time on the way home,
Yeah.
you know. But it did suck being out like I want to say she was only out like 250 something like that. So we got off way better than a
Yeah.
lot of people. There was people that flew from Australia and like spent thousands
Yeah.
and just got nothing back.
I saw that in 21 too. That there
Yeah.
was people from all over the world. And I'm
Yes.
like, oh God. Like this sucks for me, and I drove 10 hours.
Yeah.
They're flying intercontinental and
Yes.
they're getting just fucking rammed in the ass with us.
Dude, terrible.
Yeah.
It's like we drove up to Michigan Metal Fest one year
Mhm.
and didn't get to play. 14 hours
Oh
just
God.
there. 28-hour round trip.
And you were
And we
supposed
didn't
to play?
we didn't even get to play. Didn't even get a chance. Like lightning struck the
Oh shit.
ground near the monitor or something and fucked shit up apparently. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about we were the next band to go up on the stage and it was like, nope, this stage is done. And instead of putting us anywhere else, we just had to go home.
Oh my God.
That was a 28-hour round trip to not play at all. It was terrible. That was probably one of the worst experiences ever. Even though we still had a good time because we were with our boys, having fun
Yeah.
and fucking around and shit. Still had a great time. It did suck ultimately. Also, fuck Michigan Metal Fest for never having us back. I will say that. I don't usually do public things like that, but they're never gonna have us back anyway. Fuck them in the ass. Like it was crazy because they were like, we're gonna do, we'll get. Now, granted, we didn't sell tickets like we were supposed to, but then again,
Yeah.
we live in fucking South Carolina, bro. Who's
There's
coming
only-
up to Michigan?
There's only so much you can do.
Who's coming to Michigan to see us, bro? Like that's not happening. You should have known when you booked us on there that we were going to show up with fucking $0,
Right.
And so I think that was another reason that they didn't hit us back because they were like they didn't sell tickets anyway. Why would we put them back on a show? They're going to come back with no tickets sold. So I mean, fuck them. If that's how they thought,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a part of it. I'm glad that some of our friends get to play it, like the Coursing and Heartsick.
Yeah.
I like I said, I want people to eat, but also, we drove 28 hours to not play a single note, and you
Yeah.
couldn't have us back one year after that. Like any year now,
Right.
like I've even had friends. I sent a message to a guy, and I was like, "Look at this! They got a new announcement up." He went on there. He's from Michigan. He went on the post and was like, "What about the bands that didn't get to play last year?" And like crickets, didn't get nothing. I was like, "Oh, fuck them." So it's just what it is.
So now I don't understand how you could be like on the hook for selling tickets to a show that's so far out of state for you.
It was wild
Like,
because like it had a decent crowd already,
yeah.
you know? Like well, I'm trying to think of the headliner that year. Who was it? It was a pretty big name. Fuck.
What year was it?
It was 2023 or 2022. It
Let
was
me
a pretty
look it
big
up.
name. I'd say
Uh,
there was a good probably 2,000 people there. Maybe 1,000.
yeah, I'm trying to find the
There was a
lineup.
flyer and stuff. Yeah, I can't remember who the fucking headliner was, but it was like a bigger name. Somebody that should have brought some people.
Yeah, and dude, honestly, that's the worst part.
So that
Um,
should have brought the people, you know, besides us. And like
let's
we played
see.
early during the day, so I'm
I
seeing if
found,
we typed in. There it
yeah,
is. No wait. No.
I found a review on it. I just don't see
Yeah,
the fucking lineup.
that's all we're trying to see. We're just trying to see the lineup for this shit.
Yo, still lineup anywhere, but they have like a fucking itemized review band by band. That doesn't help me. I see like Hemlock and Raven Black and shit.
I wish I could find it because like I know I typed in Michigan Metal Fest and our name because I
Implicator,
figured it'd be a whole flyer. Of
yeah.
course, it's not.
But like that's the bullshit about shows like that is that it should be a built-in crowd kind of situation. You don't
Yeah,
stack a lineup
there
and
was
then be
gonna be
like
people there.
you're on the hook for selling 100 tickets to this show that's out of state for you. Like, no, man, you offered us a spot to play. Like,
Like I
we're
think
taking
what
up
it
the
was,
offer.
I think God size, our guy Nick. I think what it was is, and if me saying this fucks with Nick and his connection with that guy, I apologize ahead of
Mm.
time. Even though fuck them guys. Like Nick's cool, God size is cool, but like I think he talked to these dudes and he was like, hey, you should put these guys on. They're from South Carolina, blah blah blah. You
Yeah.
know, you're already gonna have people here anyway. And I think the guy just, I think honestly, he just wasn't a new metal fan. I think it was just he didn't like the music. Like it's not really us as people or anything like that. I think it was just that he didn't like the music and he was like, these motherfuckers didn't sell no tickets and I don't like the music. I pass. And so I get it. You know, like I say, music's subjective and shit. And he's still going strong without us, so it's not like he's doing bad, you know.
Right.
Not like we made a huge difference in there. It was just shitty that we drove that far
Yeah.
to not even play a note. What we should have done, looking back, is we should have tried to find some kind of power because there was still some kind of weird power running to the stage. We
Yeah.
should have just hooked up and punk rocked it, like no PAs or nothing like that. But looking back, hindsight 2020 kind of shit.
So I found a flyer finally.
Yeah, who was it?
Born of Osiris, Upon a Burning Body, Psycho Stick, Raven Black, Hemlock. Looks like Dead by Wednesday was on that. Let It Rot was on that. But it looks like it's an incomplete lineup. So
Yeah,
either way, I mean,
it might have been them. I
bands
couldn't
like
remember.
that draw.
Yeah,
So
like I said, when we got there, there was a good amount of people. Like we were playing, and plus we were playing one of the little stages to the
yeah,
side. You know, it's not like we were on the main. It's not like we were there demanding an 8 o'clock main stage spot. You know,
right.
we were playing fucking 12:30 on a side stage. You know, I mean, and so fuck if we didn't sell tickets, bro. Like the fuck we were
Yeah.
14 hours away from home, and to be honest, 7 people. Oh, no. 4 people showed up for us, and they
Hmm.
didn't get to see us play. It was my buddy Mike, Mike, Tyler, their kid, and then my buddy Aaron. So it was 4 people that showed up to actually see it. So we sold 4 tickets, even though it wasn't directly through us. I think they bought them at the gate.
Yeah. But either way, man, that's a built-in kind of thing.
Yeah,
Don't have high headliners like that and be like, oh yeah, well, you're on this bill, you need to sell tickets. Like, fuck
yeah.
that,
You
dude.
should have paid those headliners out of your pocket, not our ticket sales. Like
Right. Exactly.
the residual or the money would have came from, the ticket sales that you got from that band. Like it's not, we weren't selling shit to that.
No.
We knew like it's just crazy. Like that he like like I said, I'm not bitter, but
Mhm.
I would play it if they asked us for sure. But also I'm not trying to stress and be like, hey guys, have us back. Fuck it.
Right.
It is. We'd love to.
I did I did one festival with my old band, and it was in Jordan, New York. So it was nowhere near where I am.
Yeah.
So I'm on Long Island. This is upstate near like fucking like Syracuse or Rochester,
Yeah.
way out of the way. But
Oh
we
yeah.
told them like, listen, we would love to play this, but we can't sell tickets. And
Yeah.
they're like, well, we can't pay you. I'm like, honestly, you put us on that stage and we're gonna give you a show.
Yeah.
I don't care about making money.
No.
I just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
And that was the deal. Is we don't have to sell tickets, but we shouldn't have our hands out when we get there. And I
Yeah.
told my guys that. I'm like, listen, we're gonna go upstate and have a good time, but like don't expect a dime from this. Like if
Rely
we
on merch, if anything.
yeah, I was like, if we sell some shirts and shit, then we're gonna get some money, but don't rely on a dime from the promoter because it's part of
No.
the deal.
Yeah.
And we were all cool with that. We went up there, we had a great fucking time,
Yeah.
but it was
I played
also
many of shows for free.
well,
Many.
that's that's the nature of the beast of being in a band, dude.
It is.
It's the only profession that you're in where you're like expected to do free shit all the time,
A lot of
you
that
know?
for exposure.
Yeah.
This will get you
Well,
seen.
yeah. If you can promise me there's going to be 300 people in that room, I'll
Yeah,
play for
hell yeah.
free.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll do that shit for free every time.
Yeah. But you can't promise me
But
that. You can promise
right,
40 maybe.
right. If you could tell me I'll look out into a crowd and there'll be a crowd,
Yeah,
fine. I'll do the
of
exposure
course.
game once in
You're
a
telling me
while.
there's some people that have never seen us? I'd love that. I'd
Yeah.
love the chance.
But with that show, like putting a metal festival in that town, I don't even think the promoter or the headlining band understood what they were doing.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
It's fucking Bible country up there, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like we were told when we were getting on stage that it's we can't curse on stage. The
Yeah.
signs on the door, like it's a country venue.
Yeah.
It's set up next to a country club.
Oh yeah.
And
That's so wild.
the stagehands were like, "You guys can't curse on stage," and try to keep the volume down. I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah, the
I
volume
was
will be
like,
up.
I was like, no, we're gonna do what we're gonna do because
Yeah.
that's why we're here. We didn't drive like 7 hours out of the way to not do what we do.
Yeah, this is your set.
Um, yeah, dude, and we're a metal band. We wore like masks and shit. Like we were, in it.
Yeah.
But the the fucking the country club next door, like we're playing, we see people riding by on horses and shit. I'm like,
That's
oh, this is
awesome.
so uncomfortable, dude.
That's
So
so
weird.
cool.
But they started complaining. The festival was shut down by like 3 o'clock in the afternoon that day.
Oh my God.
It was supposed to be
Wow.
it was supposed to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We didn't make it to Sunday. They shut it down
What?
halfway through Saturday.
That's crazy. Just because the old people complain and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
intense.
When I was walking up and I saw signs on the door that said no cursing, I was like, no.
That
Like
sounds like something down here. That doesn't sound like something you'd have up there.
this venue was it was gorgeous. It was an outdoor venue, huge stage with a little catwalk that goes into the crowd. But like
Awesome.
that's the kind of place where they honestly just get like your Zach Bryans to play.
Oh yeah.
It's not a place for like a local metal show.
Definitely not.
Um,
That's pretty awesome that somebody tried to put one on there though.
yeah. It was cool as shit while it lasted, man.
Yeah.
But when it got shut down, everyone was like, this is so fucking weak, man. Like it falls kind of on the band because they should have done their homework a little
Yeah.
bit.
Of
But
course.
at the same time, so advantageous to them to be like, we're bringing this shit to
Yeah, we're doing this.
to this stage. Like we're getting it. And it was, in my eyes, very successful.
Yeah.
It was a great time while it lasted. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, that
Well, that
blows the
venue probably broke a contract or something and had to pay some money out.
oh, probably.
Yeah, that venue had to pay the people some money
Yeah, man.
to shut them down like that because I'm sure they had a pretty decent headlining band for the day, days and stuff like that. They had to pay.
So it wasn't even that kind of festival where it's like you're gonna know this name who's headlining the festival.
Yeah, it was just like
Um,
local bands and stuff.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
it
still
was-
good. Like I said, still somebody had to get paid out of that. Like there had to be some kind of
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah. Yeah, the band was Caustic Method. I don't think they're around anymore, but they were
Yeah.
a fucking awesome, like same new metal band.
Yeah.
Very similar to like 40 Below Summer.
What was the name of it?
Caustic Method.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. You said Method, and I was like, Twisted Method? I was like, those dudes were big at one point.
Yeah, dude, they were great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they fell apart. I think their singer's doing something new, but I'm not sure. I don't follow them as much anymore.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's so much out there, man. It's so
yeah.
hard. Like our music was so like developed early, and then
Hmm.
now it's just kind of like we try to follow some new stuff that we like, but it's just like it's not like we were when we were younger. I remember when I
Yeah.
was younger, I was like, I know every person's name in the band.
Yep.
I know the song names, and now I'm just like, yeah, that's a good song. What's the name of them? Oh,
Hmm.
okay, cool. What's the name of the song? Oh, it doesn't matter.
That's something else I find myself doing more and more lately is that like I don't care so much about like the people in the bands more than just the band as a whole.
Yes,
Um
it's because people have let you down so much. Like with going back to Lost Prophets and stuff,
yeah.
you don't want to get into the person's life. You just like, hey, you wrote a great song. Because if you
Yep.
get too into their life, then you just got to you're like, damn, I hate this song because they're such a shitbag.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know the name Ian Watkins until after that shit happened.
Really? Yeah, yeah. I didn't
Truth
know it
be
either.
told,
I really didn't.
I just knew Lost Prophets, and
Yep.
then when I saw a singer of the Lost Prophets, I was like, I don't even know the
Ugh.
fucking guy's name. His name's
Yeah.
Ian. I was like, all right,
Had no clue.
yeah, but nah, man, it's like there's not as much emotional investment in bands now as there used to be.
Yep.
Because we're so used to it now. They're like bands are gonna be here, they're gonna have their song or two, they'll have their little run, and then it's just gonna cycle. It's gonna make room
Yeah.
for the next one, make room for the next one. And the art of writing an album is also kind of going away. And that's
Yeah.
upsetting as fuck to
It's
me.
all singles, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think we have 8 tracks on this new EP, and it's just like, man, when we think about it, when I talk to Dustin, our drummer, because he makes a lot of the decisions because he is like the OG member. Because like I wasn't necessarily an OG member.
Mm.
Like this is from what people tell us, and I've heard is this is the best evolution of the band. But they've had 2 other singers before me, and so like Dustin is the core, and then Big Drew, the bassist, would be like second hand man, and then Little Drew's been there a little bit longer than me, and then me,
Mm.
But like it is still a conglomerate. We all have a voice in it. It's not like just
Right.
because I'm the newest guy, but so when I talk, I still feel that because like it is a unit, and I go to Dustin mainly because he's usually the one that has, I guess, the pickiest about it, if you want, because like if you left it up to me and the Drews, we'd just be like, that sounds good. Sure. And then you got Dustin, he hella thinks about shit and stuff. And so like we got to go through the motions with him. And it's usually me going to him, pitching an idea and stuff like that. And it usually goes pretty like what's the word I'm looking for? There's no fighting really. There's no like stuff
Okay.
like that. It's just like he'll give me his point of view if he thinks it's wrong, or I'll give him mine if I think he's wrong on it, or what we
Mhm.
need to do different and stuff like that. So it works, it clicks, and it's just something that I don't know. It's just weird how it works so well.
Yeah. I mean, that's you got a good thing, man.
I appreciate that, man. We try.
Um, you know, it's good that you guys have that level of respect for each other too, because I've been in so many situations, man, where like people disagree and they can't just disagree. They got to disagree and be dickheads about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to be screaming and slinging insults, and like I've been a part of that too.
Oh yeah.
I
I've been the
was
one doing it.
young and pissed off too, man. Like I get it, but you know, in a band, the hardest thing is being an individual. The
Yes.
hardest fucking thing is saying that I am an individual contributor to something that's bigger than who I am,
You
you
got to
know?
do what's best for the whole group.
Yeah.
Like even if you think your idea is the best, you got to fucking go off of like what everybody else is like. You got to listen to everybody's part.
Yep.
And luckily we have a click like that.
Yeah. It's a learning experience though. You got to go through the angry shit, you got to go through the angsty shit, and you got to go through the stubbornness to eventually
Oh
get
yeah.
to the point where you could admit like, all right, I think I might be wrong,
Yep.
And
That was a better idea. You're right.
yeah,
Yep.
to do just to admit someone else is right about something is like
Yeah.
it's
It's hard to do
fucking,
sometimes.
especially if you come up with something and someone's like, yeah, I think that could be better. It's
Yeah.
like, well, fuck you, dude. No, it can't be. I
I've done
wrote
it many
this. Like,
times. Many times
it,
I've been like, oh, this is my idea and it's so good. And then they'll be like, well, what about this? And I'm like, fuck you for thinking that way and making me change my mind on this. Like, how dare you? But
this
you're good
this
point. Good point.
this was mine, dude. What
Yeah.
do you mean?
You fucked it up. I feel that.
But dude, I mean, like that's the hardest thing, but also the most beautiful thing about being in a band is that yeah, everyone brings something to the table, but it's what's best for the group. It's what's best for
Yep.
the song, you know? And
100%.
I mean, it always works out if everyone listens to each other. If everyone's willing to collaborate, it always works out.
Yes.
But yeah,
Oh,
man.
that's where I was going with it. I forgot. When I said I went to Dustin, like
Yeah.
when I was talking about when he asked, because he's always the one that's like, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? And he was talking about releasing the songs, and I was like, honestly, man, I think we should release them all as singles and not even drop a fucking album.
Mm.
I was like, I think we should not even have a set date where all fucking 8 songs come out at once. We should pan this shit out for the next year, you know? Every 2 months, drop a new song.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, while we've got these songs we're sitting on, we're writing new shit. So then
Hmm.
there's 8 more songs after these 8 go. And then we just never stop. And that's how bands are doing it a lot. And there's
Yeah.
not a lot of albums out there. I mean, yeah, there's still albums, of course,
Hmm.
but like, most people are just listening to the hits.
So with albums nowadays, um, you're either getting an EP or you're getting let's call it 10 songs, but they don't mesh. They don't sound like they
Yep.
belong on an album together. They just sound like 10 songs the band had lying around and they threw them on in an
Yep.
order that might be okay.
Yep.
The fact that like growing up, man, like I'll use Hybrid Theory as an example.
Oh yeah.
That album had a perfect flow.
Flow.
Every
Yep.
every single song, like you heard where the next song was about to begin before the first song even ended.
Yep.
Like it bled in together. It was fluid. It like had such a nice flow to it. And the whole thing, 12 songs, 37 minutes, tied up in a really nice little package.
Yep.
And
Phenomenal
then
album.
yeah, honestly, and then now you have albums that's like, okay, yeah, we got 12 songs. They're all great songs. Every single
Yeah.
song's fucking fantastic, but it doesn't have that flow. It doesn't
No.
have that ability to carry your attention from one song to the next for 12 songs, you know?
Like one band that's really bad about it that just puts good, like I love this band, so
Mhm.
and like you may hate them, but they put out good songs. But when you and like sometimes their songs do mesh, but then sometimes they don't, and it's really weird to me. But Sleep Token, like they write good ass fucking songs, but
Yeah.
like they don't always mesh to me. Like, like
Right.
you've got one that sounds like a lullaby almost.
Yes.
And then you've got Vor, which is like, like it's just like, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but like it's just weird going. So I'm more of I download the songs and then listen to them at sporadic,
Right.
listen to them in random instead of trying to listen to a full album like that. Because like I get they're trying, they do try to write it in succession,
Right.
but it doesn't come off that way to me. It
Mhm.
sounds like you had a good song and you tried to put a little bit of sampling in between them and then to like make it flow to the next song, but then the whole next song is a whole different fucking monster, like it's weird.
Yeah, Sleep Token, they're an interesting band, and I'm very back and forth on them.
Yeah.
Um, they're great. They truly are a great band, but at the same time, it's like I don't know what it is you're trying to do. You
Yeah.
know, they're not a metal band. They're not a hard rock band. They're not a pop band. They're not an R&B band. They're kind of everything, and that's fine. But
Yes.
I feel like they got to define themselves. And
Some kind of way.
I was just having this talk with someone yesterday too. Their their image is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I love their image. I love that about them.
Oh
And
yes.
it looks like they should be playing the heavier stuff, or at least if they're going to be playing lighter stuff, tell some sort of story about like the lore of the band.
Yeah.
Um, but it tends to go with like kind of nonsensical lyrics sometimes, and it's
This
kind
whole
of
last album was just him feeling the overwhelming power of fame,
yeah,
you
and
know?
it's like to me like I know everybody feels it, so I'm not gonna shit on him for that.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're dressed like that, you shouldn't be telling me about the overwhelming sensation of being famous and getting doxxed
Yes.
and shit. Like, you're not dressed like a human being. You're not
Yeah.
acting like a human being. Don't be a human being in your lyrics. Like, write some crazy shit. Like, write
Yeah.
about what your band is, you know?
Aliens or whatever,
Yeah.
that write about the god of sleep. Like that was your lore at first, like you
hmm
kind of had that at first with your lore, but even in your songs, it was just like didn't really transpire over.
hmm It's they're very gifted musicians and
Man, Two is one of the best drummers in the world.
took
That dude,
took the
watching
words
his
right out of my
drumeo,
mouth.
dude, watching his drumeo, oh my God. Like that, I'm not even a drummer kind of guy. Like when I listen to a band, I mean, yeah, of course I like drums, but as a vocalist, I listen to the vocals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Vessel is a phenomenal singer in so many aspects. But then when I hear fucking Two's drums, I care less about their drums or their guitar and bass. The guitar and bass, whatever. But their vocals and drums are stupid
hmm
fucking good. Now, don't get me wrong, the guitarists are probably talented in their own right, but a lot of some of their shit comes off with that cookie cutter, don don don,
Yeah.
like that whole like Meshuggah sound almost,
Yeah.
like with the open chords and shit. But the Two is whew, that
Yeah.
motherfucker can write. You could tell he is a soul drummer. Like,
So seeing him at the Back to the Beginning concert too, I was
yeah,
like, man, this guy plays his fucking ass off. And it's not even just the fact that he's like good for the band. He's just a good drummer, man.
just in general, you could put him with anybody. I think. I
Yeah.
feel like he would blow any band away that you put him with. Like, you put him with fucking Dragon Force. You put him
Yeah.
with
Oh God,
Lamb of
forget about
God. You could put it, yeah.
it.
I mean, no problem. You can put him with Dream Theater, and Dream Theater's got a phenomenal drummer, or
Yeah.
used to. I don't know if they still do, but
Yeah. Well, they did, and then they
they don't
got
tour and shit. And I don't think none of that, and they're all
No,
old.
Dream Theater's still touring.
Really? Holy shit!
They had Portnoy until
That's right.
till like 2010.
Yeah.
And then he quit the band to focus on Event Sevenfold.
Yep.
And then Event Sevenfold dumped him.
That's so
And then
wild.
yeah, dude, that sucked. He put out Nightmare with them and he
Yep.
thought like he was gonna be their guy, but like
Yeah.
they said like nah, there's the age difference and we're gonna go with somebody younger and I can't
Whatever,
blame
man.
him. I can't blame him.
Nightmare was one of their
He's
best albums, though.
oh yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, if we're gonna count an album without Rev, because
Yeah,
like the Rev was fucking phenomenal. Like he
yeah.
was a monster, dude. He was so good.
But now they got Brooks. And
I don't know
Brooks
that.
is, oh my God, yeah, Brooks Wackerman. The guy's a fucking animal on the drums, dude.
I haven't. I
He's
fell out
so
of them.
good.
I fell out of them with like the death of Rev. I kind
Yeah.
of just stopped. I mean, I listened to him for a little bit with Portnoy and stuff like that, and I want to say I saw him at Carolina Rebellion like right after the Rev died.
Hmm.
And they were phenomenal. It was great, but it was just Unholy Confessions was my shit,
Yeah.
and then like I kind of just fell out after that, kind of went by the wayside.
So,
Seize the Day kind of crushed me for them. That
yeah.
I did not like that song, like something about it, because I'm not a Guns N' Roses fan either, and he kind of
Yeah.
had that
It
Axl,
was very Guns N' Roses sounding.
dude, that Seize the Day. I was like, I'm not a fan of this, and I think
So
that's where they kind of lost me.
it wasn't even just that general melody. It's when he went over that with the upper register.
Yes,
That was his definite Axl Rose
when
moment.
he started, yeah, he got very whiny there for a little bit.
But
I haven't
then
listened to him in a while. I wonder how they are now. I might like it.
they got heavier.
Yeah,
They
I
definitely
might
got
enjoy it
heavier.
now.
The stage was pretty heavy, and then they released I forget what their newest album is called. But it's weird, but it's heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to give it a check. I'll have to check it out. Give it a spin.
I kind of fell off with them too for a bit.
Yep,
But
kind of
I'm
like
trying
with Slipknot.
yeah, well, Slipknot's man. Slipknot broke
Dude,
my fucking heart, man.
dude, so hard, so hard. Like Subliminal Verses is like the last thing I liked by him.
Yep,
Like,
same.
and that was pushing it.
I
Like
I
that was
had
close.
I had no use for All Hope Is Gone. I
Nope,
really didn't like that record.
was not a
Um,
fan.
And then like
Didn't they have the
everything.
song "I was a worm, but I was a
Yeah.
man"? Yeah, not a fan.
Well, actually, no. That's Before I Forget.
Is that before I forget?
That's volume three.
That's volume three?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is volume three. You're right. You're right. I wasn't a fan of that song, but like that's where that was the direction they kind of went with the next album, and I don't know. It was not for me.
So like All Hope Is Gone had like Gematria, which is straight up death metal, but
Yeah,
then it went to like Psychosocial, and that's
I
kind of
hated
like
that.
it's like all right, it's cool for a little bit, but man, after that summer, I was like, all right, the song can kind of
Yeah,
just
Psychosocial murdered it
disappear.
for me. And then like what was that other one,
And
man?
they
There
had
was the album after. No, what was the one recently with like Circus or something on it? It was after We Are Not Your Kind.
uh
Because We Are Not Your Kind was I liked it. I liked a lot off of that album.
it was decent.
It was decent from what they had been, you know? Like I was like, okay, they're kind of getting back to, couldn't that didn't it have the Devil and I in it?
That was the great chapter.
Okay, that was the Gray chapter. Okay, that one was decent then. I
Yeah.
take that back. That one was decent. And then they came out with something after that that I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
It might have been, I think it was after We Are Not There because it was Gray chapter and then We Are Not Your Kind.
I think
I
so.
think so. And then after We Are Not Your Kind was ass. I don't even like, I want to say the first song was called like Circus or Circa or
Mhm.
something. And I just remember turning it on and like making it about a minute and a half into it, and I was like, no, I tried. I tried.
So it's man, it's such a fucking tease with them because they drop these albums and I really don't love it. But then last summer they put on the 1999 jumpsuits and shit and go out on the 25th anniversary tour and they're better than they've ever been.
Yeah, because that was the
Dude,
real shit. That was the shit.
it was the fact that like Corey came out and he's like nothing that you're gonna hear tonight was written after 1999. I
Yep.
was like, let's fucking go, man. I'm so tired of hearing Psychosocial live. I'm so tired of hearing like
I want
anything
to
from
hear Sick. I
Subliminal.
want to hear Eyeless. I want to hear fucking Iowa. I want to hear My Plague, I think it
Yeah, dude.
was.
My Plague
Yeah.
was a great song, man.
Dude, God. I want
I
it, dude.
I only saw them do that like one time and I lost my mind on it.
Oh man. If I would have ever seen it, if I would have seen them around the self-titled Iowa album days,
Yeah, oh, forget
dude,
about
I'd have been taking
it.
heads off. Like that was my shit, man.
If I could tell you safely, if I saw them in that era, I would have a Slipknot tattoo right now.
100%.
Like
100%. I'd have the S right here on my arm instead of this microphone. Could be a
absolutely
big S or something
right
like
here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That tour last year was amazing. And like more than half the band that started the band isn't even in it anymore.
To be fair, they were supposed to stop when people died, you know?
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing, I don't know if this is true, but I remember hearing in like the Slipknot lore that if any original member was ever gone, they were
Hmm.
done. They were not going to try to proceed on. But then money's a beautiful thing
Yeah,
and
sure
fame
is.
is a beautiful thing. And Corey loves all that. So, I mean, I get it. I get it.
When you get an offer to play Madison Square Garden,
The
like
fuck are you gonna say no?
you're not gonna say no to that. You're
There's
gonna
no
take that.
fucking way. Dude, I'd go up there naked and I don't like myself naked. You know, like I mean, so like I would stand in front of a full building completely naked. Yeah, just for that. Like that's yeah, of course. There's no contest. I
And
understand why people do it, but it does not stop me from being like, you a bitch, you know, like
yeah.
you sellout ass bitch, you know, like but at the end of the
Well,
day, I'd probably be one too.
dude, they sold out the Garden last year.
That's amazing.
They had Knocked Loose and Orbit Culture on that bill with them, and they sold out the
That's
fucking
crazy.
Garden.
I don't even know Orbit Culture.
Check them out,
Really? I'll have to
dude.
give that a shot. I've never heard of
Yeah,
them.
man. They're a Swedish metal band. They
Oh yeah,
started
they got to
up.
rock.
Oh my God, they fucking rip, dude. Um, like Swedish melodic death. Like think of like In Flames,
Yeah,
like a very similar to In Flames.
that's cool.
But they started, I want to say maybe 15-ish years ago.
Yeah,
Um, and they only came over to the States. Like they dropped this album, Nisha in 2020, and it like made waves for them. They were all over Liquid Metal and shit.
that's
They
awesome.
came to the States in 2022 and they played like small clubs and I forget who they were opening for. I think it actually might have been like In Flames and Fit for an Autopsy
Yeah,
on that tour. Um but they started like making big waves in the States. And then they came back the next year with Avatar, and the next year they were back with fucking Machine Head.
Wow.
So like they took off. And then that same year, so last year, they started their year touring with Machine Head, ended their year playing the Garden with Slipknot.
That's
And like
insane.
that's a fucking come up, man.
What a yeah,
That's
that's a huge come up. Good for them. I have to
yeah,
look
man.
them up. I've never heard of it.
Well, they're about to drop their next album in a month.
Yeah.
October 3rd, I
Orbit
think they're
Culture. There we go.
yeah.
I'm making sure I got it typed in here.
Yeah, man. They are without a doubt one of my favorite newer bands to come out. And they're fucking incredible.
Melodic death metal. Yeah, that's crazy. Been around since 2013. Never even heard
Mhm.
of them. Wild.
Yeah, they're one of those bands that like it was a place and time for me. Like me and my old
Yeah.
drummer Tyler, we kind of we were listening to liquid metal around the same time. I heard them. He latched onto the name, and then he told me, "You got to check this band out." And then I went
Yeah.
back. I was like, "Oh, I fucking know this song."
I just
And
heard it.
that's when Nisha was like about to come out. Like they had a couple singles going,
Yeah.
but like I had no idea what was coming though. Like that band is a group of dudes that everyone needs to know their names.
Really.
You know, they're
I'll have
like
to give it a shot.
if you picture like Gojira meets In Flames,
That's awesome.
best way I could put it.
That's cool as fuck. I love both
Um,
those bands.
the singer, Nicholas has like James Hetfield-esque cleans,
Yeah.
like that like early 80s growl.
Yeah.
But then his like dirty vocals, like his screams, he goes fucking gutturals, dude. Like
That's cool.
he like stays in that guttural zone most of the song, but he'll sprinkle in the cleans every now and again.
Yeah.
Their drummer, Chris Wallerstead, needs to be a household name.
Really.
This dude
I'm gonna have to check
fucking
this out.
bro, he flies on a kit. Like it's
Yeah.
insane. Um put on the Amnesia. I'll send you the title when we're
All
off of
right.
here. But dude, just the first three songs, you'll be
Yeah.
hooked.
All right. For sure.
But yeah, dude. So now I want to circle back because we've been on here for a bit, so we're probably
Yeah.
gonna wind down. But I don't know what details you have out about the EP. Or is there anything that you can share yet, or everything's kind of lock
No,
and key for
I'll
the
share
time
as much as
being?
I can. We're so do it yourself, man. I don't have a
Yeah.
label telling me I can't say shit. But
Okay.
it's 8 tracks. It's I think the name of it is going to be called Still Dreaming. I believe that's what it's called. We haven't we're so fresh on this still.
Yeah.
I believe that it is okay. Our EP release show is January 10th. We already have it booked out. Without even having the EP done yet, really, because it's being mastered and mixed now. And but our EP should be out January 9th because most music is dropped on Fridays,
Right.
and we try to stick to that, even though we're not like in the whole Columbia Records and shit.
Yeah.
We still want our shit released on the day that the pros do it.
Hmm.
So I believe it is January, since our show for the EP release is January 10th. I'm assuming that the EP is actually going to drop January 9th. I'm not for sure.
Okay.
But we got 8 tracks on it. We got a couple, like we tried to touch on some things with, like I said, the content culture, with the copycat culture,
Hmm.
with mental shit. Like there's 2 songs that I really can think of where I talk about like just how it is, everybody's got problems, man. What's so different about mine and shit, stuff like that. Um we're gonna release, I think the first 2 videos singles are gonna be called, one is called Copycat and the other one is called Thoughts. And like those are gonna be the first 2 singles off of it.
Very cool.
And Exodian Studios, again, that's who we go to every time. Zach just keeps getting better. You can hear it from, if you listen to the whole Let's Party album and
Yeah.
then Images and then Audio Video Disco, you can just hear how he's grown as a producer, engineer, mix and master. And but it's gonna be, I hope people enjoy it as much as the last one, because I didn't think we were gonna be able to do better than the last one. Like
Mm.
Audio Video Disco is probably my favorite album that we've done out of all of them.
Mm.
And I think this one might pass it. Like we got a pop punk song on there. I don't think people are ready for that.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's like Redefind does pop punk, so it's different. Because like on the last album, you know, we had Outcast,
Mhm.
and at one point in that song, it's kind of like, you know, kind of like gritty rock and roll, like Southern rock almost.
Yeah.
So we kind of did that, and on this one, like I said, we got like a pop punk song. I was very nervous about it, because I like pop punk. Like I
Yeah.
said, one of my favorite shows ever was Newfound Glory,
Hmm.
and but it's just weird for me to do. Of course, I never thought I'd be in a new metal band either. Like I was like, if you listen to A Mile at Sea, that was like metalcore at
Yeah.
its finest. Like that's what we were. And so I always thought I would be in that, or I have like a rap project I do called Sleep Deprived,
Oh,
which
cool.
is like it's like kind of like Post Malone, but not really, like not as auto-tuned by any means. But I kind of rap a little bit, I kind of sing a little bit, and that shit right there is, well, okay, I take that back. I say it's emotional shit, but that I've only played like 4 shows with it. So those 4 shows have only played like my whole EP
Hmm.
that I have with it, but I've only released one song under it. And that one's about drinking and shit like that, and like putting, you know, the bottle is not going to solve your problems type shit. Like yeah, it's gonna make you have a good time. It's gonna make you forget about shit at the moment. But alcohol is not a vice that you want to sink your problems in. You know, like
Right.
maybe, you know. So like that's the sleep deprived shit I got. That's, like I said, it's like a rap thing, and then of course Redefind shit.
That's very cool, dude.
I kind of got my hands on a little bit of everything. I try to. I stream a little bit. I got a podcast. I mean, like, just trying to fucking entertain.
Yeah, man. Very well rounded.
Yeah, trying.
So I'm super excited for the new Redefined stuff, and I'm definitely gonna check out your other stuff too, man. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sleep deprived, all one word. It's the song is called Goner, and then
okay.
there's a cover I do. It's on YouTube. There's a
Mhm.
cover and a song. But like that, I don't ever count covers as releasing music. So
Hmm. Um, I know I had mentioned it to you guys on your Instagram or Facebook page, but I want to try to get you up here next summer.
oh yeah,
Do a
we'd love to,
fucking
man.
New York show, throw down a little bit.
See. I've got a friend out there. God, what is he? He plays in a band. You might have heard of them. You know Joey DeMacco?
The name sounds very familiar.
He plays in a. I think he played bass for Fuel for a little while,
Oh,
like
no shit.
recently. Like okay, it wasn't Fuel. It was the vocalist.
Okay.
He was going around with his little side project, and it was just his name. Don't tell me you took me off your friends list, Demako. No way.
Used to have a friend named Joey
Okay, we're still
DeMarco.
friends. Okay, good. Okay, okay. The band is called the Neon Skyline.
Okay, yeah,
You've
I've
heard
heard
of
of them
them?
before. Yeah,
Okay, he's the bassist for them. That's my dude. He has been trying to get us up there for so long,
yeah,
but I think he kind of plays. I think he plays with like bigger bands, and that's why it hasn't worked. I think it's kind of like, you know, we're not helping them by coming up there, so
correct.
why would they help us? You know, not in a bad way, just a business way. And but we'd love to get up there, man. I want to get in New York so bad, like New Jersey, New York, anywhere,
Yeah,
man. Fucking anywhere we haven't been. We got this little poster in our bus that
yeah.
like it's see through, and it's the United States, and it's see through, but it's got like the outlines of states, and you put a little sticker every time we've hit a state. And I want to say we're at like 16 right now.
Oh, cool, man.
Man, 16 states out of 50. I'll take it. I want more though.
Well, hey, man, we'll scratch New York off next summer.
Fuck yeah, let's get it.
I mean, minimally next summer. Like, we'll probably get you up here in the spring if you want to.
I mean, you hit up the band page. We'll fucking Dustin usually does all that, like I said, when it
Yeah,
comes to the booking and all that, just because he's just the man for it. His brain works that way. He loves it.
cool, man.
And he hates it. He
Well,
hates it and loves it.
well, whenever you guys are ready to hit the road a little bit, we'll definitely work something out.
We should be touring here coming up soon. Like I think we're gonna release the album, and I really think 2026 is gonna be extremely busy. I hope it is, because
I hope so too,
2025
dude.
has not been. And it's
Well,
almost over.
yeah, God, I can't even fucking believe that. Dude, we're barely in September, but I feel like
Yeah.
we're already like in
December's
December.
coming, man. It will
Yep.
be there in no time. It'll be Halloween in no time.
Yeah, man. I
Then
hate this
Christmas.
shit. I
Yep.
fucking hate this shit.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we'll wrap it up here. But
For
dude,
sure.
thanks so much for coming on, man.
It was
It
my
was
pleasure, man. I love this shit.
so much fun talking to you.
I enjoyed
Um,
talking to you as well.
And I'll definitely hit you up about doing that Linkin Park song. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, dude, I love that song.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I love a lot of their songs, but yeah, that one right there, I don't remember the name of it, but Guilty by Association. That's that
I
shit.
think it's Runaway.
I think, yep, you are right.
Pretty sure
Because
that's
the chorus
Runaway.
is, I wanna
Yep.
run away. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, man. We'll fuck around with that. That'd be fun.
Fuck yeah, I'm down.
But dude, again, thanks so much. I can't wait to see and hear what Redefined has in 2026. Um,
Yes.
I think it's gonna be a good year for you guys, man.
I hope so, man. I hope you enjoy the new
So
music. And like I said, we'll be up there soon, hopefully.
without a doubt, man.
Most definite.
When you guys are ready, I got someone that can help you out.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, man.
All right, man. Have a great night and good luck with everything. Don't be a stranger. Hit me up.
Hey, most definite, dude. Have a good night as
All
well.
right, man. Take care.
Later.
That's going to wrap things up for us today, guys. Jordan, it was a pleasure having you on the show. I'm so excited for the new music, for the new tour and shows next year. Let's get you up to Long Island, bro. We'll make it happen as soon as you guys are ready to. It was a pleasure talking to you, my friend, and let's see if we can get that Linkin Park cover going sometime. That would be fun as shit, man. All the best to you. Come on back. Nope, not this one. That's going to wrap things up for us today, guys. Jordan, it was a pleasure having you on the show. I'm so excited for the new music, for the new tour and shows next year. Nope. That's going to wrap things up for us today, guys. Jordan, it was a pleasure having you on the show, my friend. I'm so excited for the new music, for the new tour and shows coming out next year. Let's get you guys up to Long Island, bro. We will make it happen as soon as you guys are ready to. It was a pleasure talking with you, and let's see if we can get that Linkin Park cover going sometime. That would be fun as shit. All the best to you, man. Come back on the show anytime. Thank you, everybody, for your time and your support. Everybody who listens, all the interactions on social media, who tells their friends to listen. I love you all, and I appreciate you more than words can say. Again, the easiest, fastest, and cheapest way for someone to support a friend or a family member's business ventures is to just help get the word out. I do this for everybody. So whether it's a new band, a page for somebody else's podcast, one of their endorsements, a baking business, whatever it may be, it takes zero time or effort. Share the page, like and share a post. Tell your friends about the podcast, about any of the amazing bands that you've heard on the show. Stream the music that you heard on the Top 10s playlist. If you're watching on YouTube, crush that subscribe button. It goes a very, very long way. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you again on the next one. You have been listening to the Face the Music podcast. Be well, everybody. Be safe, and I will see you again soon.